It's the show you've all been waiting for. The show you've all been waiting for. Super Bowl Eve is upon us. DK and Tree Podcast is in full effect. Me and TJ are both in the house. And I know we supposed to run this show early in the week, but guess what? Things happen, works happen, life happens. But we are here now because now it is time. It is all the talking is over. All the smoke is over. Hey, who we riding with this weekend? Everybody keeps asking me, who you riding with? Is it the Chiefs? Is it the 49ers? Who you going with? What's your prediction? What's this? What's that? And I'm still not going to give it to you today. I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow and give it to you because, hey, let's let the suspense go on. But, hey, TJ, welcome. As always, my man, 20 grand is in the house.
What's going on? What's going on? Always a pleasure, man. Let's go.
Listen here. I'm excited. It's down. This is it. It's no more talking. It's no more. Them pads go on tomorrow. 2 teams walk in, 1 team walks out. I'm sorry. 2 teams walk in, and maybe the Swifties may walk out. I don't know.
Oh, man. Right.
Oh, my God. Look at this stranger, Tish. Well, where have you been? Man, she been missing for weeks.
It's okay. A Darkness Retreat does that for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Darkness Retreat?
Hey, someone had to sacrifice for the whole regime. I'm glad I'm the one to do it. So, hey, it's cool. It's all good. It's good to see you, Tish, man. You know,
right.
I hope the retreat treated you well. You know, that ayahuasca is definitely illegal. But hey, we make it work, man. We try.
Oh my God. I mean, this is it. This is it. This is it. All the hype, everything is all over. It's down to the 49ers and the Chiefs. Who's going to be the better team? It's going to be something. PJ, welcome. Yeah, it's going to be something. I'll give you first crack at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do. I love the way that I've been doing this throughout the postseason. I'm going to give a reason for why both teams have a chance to win this game. And I'm gonna start with the love of our lives, number 1 in our hearts, the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Swifties.
The Swifties.
Sherry, welcome.
So I gotta start with the Chiefs defense, man. I know everybody want to talk about Patrick Mahomes and the offense, and that's great. But I want to bring up the defense because I think this is the best defense Mahomes has ever had in his tenure so far. I don't think it's remotely close. And just to put in perspective of what they've done defensively, the fact that you're able to blitz 41 times during this postseason and get 6 sacks in the process, which ranks 3rd out of all the teams in the playoffs this year, goes to show you that they will get you and they will get you fast. And if you're not paying attention, it will wreak havoc for the entire game. That's just what the defense has done through and through. We saw it in the championship game against Baltimore. They were just wreaking havoc with their front 7, getting after Lamar, making him, forcing him to make decisions that he didn't want to or otherwise wouldn't have. That's just great defensive play calling by Spags out there in Kansas City. So we got to point that out there. Now we got flip sides to the offense. Of course, that's where everybody wants to get their money in. The last time the Chiefs won a game while losing a turnover battle was week 17 of this year against the Bengals, and they did not have Burrow in that game. Okay, the final score was the final score was 31-17. Some slight whatever, right? But in this postseason so far, and I think this is very important, is that they have won their time of possession against their opponents. Okay? Now, granted, it is close. It's 31 minutes to 28. But when I tell you that 3 minutes is crucial, that's all we need to separate who wins the game and who loses the game. Okay? So, and you know, to talk about Mahomes, because of course you can't go through the Kansas City Chiefs without talking about him. To average 7 yards per pass attempt without a single interception is kind of insane, if you ask me.
Right.
Given that that's not something that you're supposed to do as an NFL quarterback. Just saying. But that just puts in the perspective of what Patrick Mahomes has done this year, in this postseason in particular. You know, outside of, you know, the negative 1,000-degree weather that was when the Miami Dolphins came to town and played them. He hasn't had a game less than 10 incompletions. I'm sorry. It's literally it's in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. He doesn't throw a lot of incompletions. I'm sorry. It's just not his thing.
Right.
It's just not his forte. What makes it worse, and I brought this up last week, and I'll bring it up again. The scary part about this offense is that they convert more efficiently on 3rd and 4th downs than they do on 1st and 2nd.
1st and 2nd down. Right.
It's insane. Which means
it makes no sense. It's ridiculous. It
is.
You know something? If it's anybody that had a lucky rabbit's foot, they just got that New England syndrome. A lucky rabbit's foot.
I'm sorry.
It's unbelievable. I'm like, what? Are you serious? They did it again? What? He just brought 4th and 6, caught the ball. Are you serious? Butterfingers McBob catches the ball.
A deep ball too. Come on, man.
A deep ball. Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's Kansas City. That's Kansas City in a nutshell. That's Kansas City in a nutshell. We'll get to San Fran in a second, but you know, to have those points being that I just made on top of, you know, Travis Kelce not having a game this postseason under 70 yards receiving. So even with him being the number one option, everybody knows that he's getting the ball. He still manages to get 70 plus yards. It's insane. Okay.
Right.
It just goes to show you just how potent this team is, how much of, dare I say, Patriot-esque in terms of how they're going about it. There's not a whole lot of points being put on the board anymore. It's just a whole lot of, hey, look, man, we're winning this game situationally, and if you don't like it, suck it.
Stop us.
and stop us. But you're probably not, so it's okay.
Right.
So
right.
That's Kansas City for you. I'm sorry. It's just I got nothing. I
have nothing either. I have nothing either. I mean, they just are lucky. They just remind me of New England all over again. The only thing we haven't found out is, have they deflated any balls or have they stolen any people's calls? That's the only thing we haven't heard yet. That's the only thing we ain't heard Andy Reid on yet.
Too early on the tenure on that one. Too early on the tenure. You know what I mean?
Too early. Too early.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah. Dude, that's what makes it worse. They're doing all this, and we're not even 10 years in. Like, this is insane. It really is. And it really needs to be studied on how they are doing this. I mean, because the conversations for the past 3 years, 4 years, 5 years or so was you can't win with a quarterback having one of the highest paying salaries on the team. Well, Mahomes, guess what he has? One of the highest paying salaries on the team. And yet,
how about in the league? In the league.
My bad. That makes it worse.
Makes it worse.
Okay? And you're still finding a way to constantly win tough game after tough game. And now you're in the Super Bowl again. I'm just saying, man, y'all could play with Kansas City if y'all want to. I will not. It just goes to show you just the kind of team they are and the team they have been, regardless of who's there.
You're right. Absolutely. But here's my take. Here's my take on it.
Sure.
Kansas City has got to be the luckiest team in the NFL.
They are
the luckiest team in the NFL.
And you do need that, by the way. You do need it.
they lose to teams that they shouldn't lose to, but yet they back in the Super Bowl. I don't get it. I don't get it.
We tried, man. We tried everything.
We tried. But this whole, if you've been noticing over the whole week, what has dominated the headlines? It hasn't been the Chiefs and the 49ers. It's been Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Dominating headlines over the Super Bowl. Dominating. Oh, I saw the other day they was talking about, you can make bets on how many times they're going to put the camera on Taylor Swift. What?
Really?
Yes. What? Is that what we're doing now? We're doing that? We're doing that. This is what we're doing. We're betting on that. How many times they're going to turn the camera? No, stop. Stop. This has to come to an end.
Right.
This has to come to an end. And I remember when they was asking Brock Purdy, they said, if it's fourth quarter, this and that, are you going to end Taylor Swift's streak? Wait a minute. Taylor Swift isn't playing. The Kansas City Chiefs are playing, not Taylor Swift.
They got to, man. It's just the sake of the Super Bowl experience, unfortunately, guys. Sorry.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. We do it all the time. We do it every year. It's just different people, same scenarios, same questions. It's just heightened a little bit. That's all.
I can't. Neither
can I. But that's just the way it'll end. That's just the way it'll end. You know. So
they betting on whether or not she be wearing red lipstick. Oh my God.
First of all, Taylor, if you know what's good for you, you better put on red. Because if you don't, I think I speak for all of America when I say this, we will all be petrified. So, wear the red and ease all doubt. Okay? Okay? Take the over times 10 if you have to. Okay? Just it better be red. It better not be anything other than that. Don't try to do too much because it's the Super. No. Red, please. See, you done got me started. Had me having a conversation about lipstick. Are you kidding me? We're talking about the game here. Ridiculous. See what I get what you're saying now. We're supposed to be talking about the game. Here we are talking about Swift. It's ridiculous. I love it.
Hey,
I love it though.
Herb said he's boycotting the Super Bowl.
You know what, man? We might have this conversation after the Super Bowl is over.
Yes, we will. It's gonna be Monday. It's gonna be Monday.
I gotta say this, man. I know we don't want them. I don't want them to be in the Super Bowl. We don't want to watch this game. But you want to know what the headline is gonna be on Wednesday when they record all the views and all the money that was invested? You know what they're going to say? They're going to say the same thing they said last year.
Taylor Swift brought in all this extra money and all this extra revenue and this and that. Wait a minute. But who won the game? It wasn't Taylor Swift.
Not even that. Because there's a lot of people that's saying that like the comment just said with Herb here, that they're going to boycott the game. And my thing is, that's cool. But when we look up on Wednesday, Thursday afternoon, and we see the headline of this was the highly viewed Super Bowl of all time, the highly streamed Super Bowl of all time. And then they make it nasty too, because they bring up the exact number of millions of people that watch the game.
Right.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the Super Bowl is still the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. It's just the way that it is. Okay. I look, if it wasn't my job, I might go 50-50 on not watching this game myself. I ain't even gonna lie. But because it is, I had to do it by default. But I just wanna educate everybody that as much as there's gonna be a crowd of people that say, you know, we're not watching it, we're not gonna watch it, you know, it ain't cheated, they this, that, and third. When you look up on Wednesday and Thursday's headlines, you will see that this was the most viewed Super Bowl of all time. And it brought in so much money. It did this, that, and the third. So I'm just putting that out there from a business perspective. It's coming.
Hey, that's because the Swifties was involved.
That too. That too.
The Swifties were involved.
That makes it
Don't
worse.
know anything about football.
No. What's a 1st and 10? Nah, I don't know what that is. Okay.
What's a field goal?
Yeah.
Fumble.
Touchdown?
What does that mean?
It's a thing. It's a thing, man. It's a thing.
Oh my God. Oh Lord, have mercy. Well,
that's Kansas City for you, though. That's Kansas City for you. It is.
Listen. My 49ers fans have been hitting me, and my Chiefs fans been hitting my family. Oh, they definitely been hitting me. they've been weighing me out. That's right. Look where we are. So yeah, y'all there, but y'all still got to win. Still got to win. You still have to win. So we'll see. We'll see. You still have to win.
What you think? Oh, well, okay. Let me add this tidbit because I just saw this yesterday. The one concern I will have before we get to the 49ers is the Chiefs are going to be missing out on their star guard, Joe Tooney. He's going to be out with an injury. Mahomes is not a guy that likes a whole lot of pressure. And with him being on the right guard, I believe he's playing right guard. There's going to be some pressure from the Nick Bosa of the world, the Fred Warners, that front seven. It's coming. I think that injury is going to be pivotal. I don't know how pivotal it will be, given how Mahomes has been able to work with this offensive line in general all year long.
Right.
But that's something to keep an eye out on for sure.
Yeah. And my thing with this, I think, wait a minute. Didn't he bench Chase Young? I think did he bench him?
No. He was just a no-show. You couldn't find him nowhere.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So the thing of it is that if they pressure Mahomes, it's gonna be it's not gonna be a pretty game. Not gonna be a pretty game. Not gonna be a pretty game. Mm-mm. So, and Mahomes gonna have to run for his life. But remember what Dave was on him, what he was saying. He said if they do the same thing what Tampa Bay did, they're gonna lose that game. Whatever Tampa Bay did, they isolated Kansas City, and Brady ended up winning that other ring.
Yeah, sure did.
So he's like, if you watch that game, hey, that told it all. But hey, remember, different team now, different coordinators, different schemes. So really just can't watch that and say, hey, okay, we'll do this. But like I've been saying, and I've been saying this all the way up. Remember the old Chicago and Detroit matchup. What did he say? Jordan's not going to beat us. Jordan's not going to beat us. Jordan's not going to beat us.
Anybody but him.
Anybody but him. So if they do that with Kelsey's not going to beat us. Someone else is. That's what you have to do.
Keep playing that if you want to, because Pacheco will mess around and get 100 yards on y'all. So you can try that game if you want to. Try that game if you want to. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. But hey, CMC on the other side now. They're gonna have a rough time with him.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a rough time with CMC. So, oh my God. Herb said all depends on which refs show up.
Oh my. He did not just say that. He did not.
Oh, you know something? I'm inclined to agree with him. We've seen all season how squirrely these refs have been. How squirrely they've been. We've seen it. Even Tish laughing about that one. Again, if they just let them play all the way out to the end, but you know what's going to happen. They're going to let them play all the way down to the last 2 minutes, and all these flags are going to start flying. All these flags are going to start flying in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Really? Really? We're doing this again?
When hasn't it happened? All right, let's go back when Cincinnati was in the Super Bowl. What happened? The last 2 minutes, they started throwing laundry all over the place. It's a fact. They let them play all 4 quarters up to the last 2 minutes. Like, oh, we got to throw some laundry. We got to throw some laundry. We got to throw some laundry. And they be throwing laundry the last 2 minutes of the game.
You got to be kidding me.
I ain't kidding
you. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Why not?
Why?
Why not? Why not?
Well, okay, I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. It makes no difference in the Super Bowl. Name me one Super Bowl where the refs have gotten it right.
Thank you. That's my point exactly. That's my point.
I need some of y'all fans to put some big blouses and big underwear on and just enjoy the game. Because the refs are gonna do what the refs are gonna do at the beginning of time. Get over it. If your team does well enough, you don't have to worry about the refs getting affecting the game. Because it won't be a factor. Stop it.
We've always said that. We've always said that. But guess what? Even when your team's doing well, the ref still gets screwed.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. Let me give him this flag. Oh, let me give him that flag. We got to make this game a little bit more competitive.
Hey, and you know what? Sometimes that happens too. But chances are, it's very hard to put a lot of flags on a blowout. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
You're right.
It's very hard. It's very hard. Because at that point, what you bringing them close to the field for? They're down by 30. Come on.
Hey, the point spread is messed up. We gotta get that.
Like, come on, y'all. Come on. We gotta do better than that, man.
Hey, money talks. Hey, money talks. Money does talk. A lot of money talking this year.
And you know what? You want to know what else does another action? BS walks. Okay, so get over it. Okay. My goodness, it's fine. The refs have been doing this since the beginning of eternity. It seems like there hasn't been a single year where we look back at the season was like, wow, the refs did a great job, like throughout.
No. Let's go back to when the replacement refs was in.
Yeah. Do you want to go back to that? Do you want to go back? Y'all want to complain now? Do you want to go back to 2015? Really? Y'all want to go back to 2015?
Hey, you talk about horrible. You talk about horrible.
Get out, man.
Now that was horrible. Could you imagine some replacement referee in the Super Bowl?
See?
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say it again. Be careful what you want, because the other side ain't always greener. Y'all know that. Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, but listen, I gotta agree with him though. Hey, listen, I agree with him. Yeah, which ref show it? Yeah. Oh yeah, we already know he betting on the games. Oh my God. Any of my 49ers or Chiefs fans in here? Any of them yet? None of them.
Man,
I'm giving you opportunity to rep your team. Any opportunity to rep your team tonight, because it's on and popping tomorrow. All right, let's see. Mahomes would definitely have at least 6 roughing the pass.
Okay.
No,
wait.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Since he said that, it takes me back to when my man socked him in the face in Baltimore.
You tossed him an alley-oop on that one. Congratulations. Man, oh, my God.
I was like, look how big his hand is. It covered his whole face.
You had to.
They need to accidentally tackle the head ref one time.
Oh, so
put
them in a bigger bind is what you're saying. Okay.
Hey, wait. Hey, remember the movie The Longest Yard? And that ref was there, and he threw the ball. It's like, yeah, you want to call it? You want to call it fair now?
Oh. Yeah, nah, man. I mean, so okay. Since we walking into it, let me give the blueprint for why the 49ers can win this game.
Come on.
Because since they're under some huge conspiracy theories going on around here, let me tell you this, man. For the 49ers defense, can we please not give up 130 yards rushing? please, like one time, please, just one time. You haven't done it yet this postseason. I ain't gonna lie, it hasn't happened yet. If y'all want to win this game, you might want to shut that down. Okay, you know, y'all don't lose the turnover battle. I'll tell you that much. Because the last time that y'all lost the turnover battle, it was, of course, back in week 16 against your lovely Baltimore Ravens in Santa Clara. Okay? That is the last time that we've seen them lose the turnover battle, and it was bad. Because last time I checked, it was 5-0. Yeah. You want to win this game? Don't get the ball away. How about that? All right. Easier said than done, of course, with Chiefs defense I just mentioned earlier. The thing is also, we got to continue the idea that, not the idea, but the forte that Brock Purdy has been relatively clean. He's only been sacked 3 times this postseason, which is great. But like I mentioned earlier, that Chiefs defense will attack you. They will blitz you. Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah. Cruising. Yeah, sir.
Yeah, I think he is on a cruise.
I know that's right. How you had the connection, I don't know. That's cool. It's cool. But you know, Purdy hasn't been touched a whole lot. He hasn't got used to the grass a whole lot, which is great. Y'all need to continue that in order to try to win this game. This game obviously has to go through Christian McCaffrey. It just has to. He has scored 2 touchdowns in each postseason game thus far. He's also combined for 125 yards from scrimmage this postseason. So when I tell you that he needs to be the bell cow if they want to win this game, he needs to be the bell of the cows. Okay. And when also it better run through him if you're averaging 5 yards per carry. I'm just saying. It just that's just what it's got to be. So when you factor in that sentiment, that's what's needed to be done. That's what needed to be done. I see here if the Chiefs score first, Brock is in trouble.
Oh no, I'm about to touch on that. Hey, wait, I'm gonna have to disagree with you with that. Look what happened in that Detroit game.
I was about to say.
Look what happened in that Detroit game. And Detroit was wearing them out, and they came back and won that game. But that was also bad coaching on Dan Campbell's part because he should have took the points.
Right.
You want to be overly aggressive. You down there, take the points. Take every point you can get because every point matters. Every point matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Detroit did get that game away. But every point matters. If he'd have kicked those 2 field goals, when they went down that last drive and scored a touchdown, the game was over. That game would have been 37-34. Detroit being the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you said look at the scouting report. I get your point. But again, they came back and won. That was just great play calling. They came back and beat Detroit. That was great play calling. And their defense stepped up and was stopping Detroit on a lot of stuff. Detroit had the momentum. They let their foot off the gas.
By the way, Purdy made some tremendous plays during that game also that I don't think a lot of people are giving him credit for. He was under a lot of pressure. So this idea that Brock Purdy is, this quarterback that if he gets under any pressure, he just completely dwindles. That's not necessarily the case, because he was getting some hits in that championship game against Detroit. At one point, he got a hit so bad that his lip started bleeding. Okay,
right.
He got some hits. Okay, and he was still delivering strike after strike after strike. Okay, it just happened over and over again. And so
anyone on the YouTube page, I just sent out a link. If you want to come in here and voice your opinion, you're more than welcome. Just click that link and follow the prompts and come on in here.
Yeah. So Purdy, the whole conversation about Purdy being under pressure, he doesn't do well. I'm sorry, man. It's not as heavy as a thing as everybody made it out to see when they played against Baltimore earlier on, uh, uh, towards the end of the season. And so when you factor in what Purdy is doing in this offense, by the way, like I said, this offense only goes as far as Christian McCaffrey will take them. But this whole idea of Purdy being this game manager, let me tell you something right now. Guess who's going to be a great game manager today? Shoot. If you had said, think about it in your line of work, right? Imagine you show up to your job and you're like, okay, all right, I show up here. I don't really have to do a whole lot of work. I just need to make sure I maintain the team around me. Okay, the team gonna carry me. I just need to make sure I don't screw it up. Okay, I don't mess up the project. Okay, I don't mess up the big goal for the team. Oh, I can do that. You can do that. We all can do that. But the thing is that what Purdy is doing is that he's doing it in a way to where the plays that it is counted on him to make the plays, he makes the plays. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. The every time that you tell Brock Purdy to make this throw on a third and 7 or on a 4th and 5, say what you want, but he finds a way to complete that pass. Now, the yards after the catch, sure. Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey, Kittle, I get all that. Not taking away from what they're doing. But for Purdy to deliver those strikes in the manner he did in the championship game is something to be paying attention to in this game. Because if he gets hot with those kind of throws, look out. Look out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, it's a thing, man.
Here's my thing. Whichever team just starts off the red hot, if it goes down to what it did last year in that game and it went back and forth, it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. But if it's a defensive struggle, I'll give the edge to the 49ers. If it's defensive, I'll give the edge to the 49ers. I'll give the edge to them. Because offensively, the 49ers have a better offensive weapon. You got CMC. You got Kittle. You got them boys over there beasting. Debo. I mean,
right.
And listen. I'm just saying. I just walked in the damn store and they were playing Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Oh, shake it off, man. Shake it off. You know
oh man. The Taylor Swift effect for everybody.
I love it, man. Shake it off, dog. Shake it off. It's cool.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. The Taylor Swift effect.
Shake it off, man. Shake it off.
And she's overseas performing, so
actually, I think she's on the flight back right now. She'll be here in time.
Oh, she is? Oh, okay.
She'll be here in time. Yep. They had it set up to where, because there's a time difference, right? So
okay. All right.
The thing was, she finishes up her tour, right? Her concert, I should say, in Japan. Then immediately after that, she takes that flight and is able to get there in time either tonight or tomorrow morning for the Super Bowl. She'll be there.
All right, let me bring Vaughn in here because he came on in.
Welcome. Man, thank you. I felt like that was a personal invite, so I had to go ahead and risk me and Mom Duke's life while I'm driving. And I stopped in the damn gas station to hear Taylor Swift "Bad Blood." Man,
just shake it off, brother. Shake it off, man.
See, you listen to way too much. You listen to way too much Taylor Swift.
Hey, I listen to enough, okay? I'll listen to you.
You know more songs than I do. Damn.
I don't know
I'm just
any of
saying,
Taylor Swift songs.
as a
Okay.
new Floridian, I'm not trying to wear a brown paper bag down here. I had to wear one for the Ravens. I ain't trying to wear one for KC.
I understand.
Listen. I am tired of this Taylor Swift mania going on around here, okay?
Me and you
Someone
both.
needs to put an end to this.
Me and you both.
What is the
The
problem?
NFL make way too much money. They don't need her to bring in all of these other people. They already paid. They got the money.
No, they want the Swiftie money. They're getting the Swifties
Man.
money.
Yeah, because they see how much a concert ticket is for Taylor Swift. They know they got it.
They better be glad that I came down to Florida when Kansas City came to Baltimore, because I would have been all over Kelsey. Damn Donovan, I would have been over on Kelsey.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Kelsey. She was gunning for you. She was
Right.
gunning for you.
It's a known fact. Kelsey don't like the sisters, man.
That's okay. I just wanted to see him do that dance.
He fooled y'all.
Oh, he fooled everybody.
He fooled everybody. He thought he was gonna get a sister. He went out and got Taylor Swift.
Hey, listen. He went his way. Hey, he had his reasons. I ain't even gonna speculate why. He had his reasons, so he went to Taylor Swift.
I ain't mad at him.
I ain't mad.
What Belichick said, he made a lot of good catches in his career. That one
That's
might be
the best one?
best.
Yeah, that's the best one, right?
That one might be his best. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold him.
Okay, so you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Vaughn. Because let me tell you something right now, dog. We're definitely gonna have that conversation sooner rather than later.
Yes, we are.
Because you know, that's what it was when they first started dating, right? Like that was the thing. Oh, he went from being dating with one of us to now she dating Taylor. Oh, what's going on here? I thought he was this is the part that
Wait, he was invited to the cookout. We
Yeah!
gonna have to revoke his cookout license.
None of that no more.
Oh, now he's been eviscerated and has been sent to obscurity since he started dating her.
What Big Mama say? Hey, you could come, but don't bring that little skinny ass white girl.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I don't even know if I could cuss on there. My bad.
Hey,
I ruined your ratings. My bad.
it's cool. It's cool. Hey, you went with the safe cuss word. It's fine. It's fine. The kids will ask later. It's cool. It's cool.
Hey, my son already saying this, so it's cool.
Hey, Vaughn, I got you on this one. See, in cases like this, we always say that's some. There you go. See, I got you on there.
There it is. I'm gonna definitely need that one. No, in my mouth. You gonna keep your finger on that butt, kid.
I love it.
Man.
Look,
I just know if they win, that's the only reason why I don't want them to win. I got my boy, he on left tackle. I want to see him get another ring, but I don't want to see this Taylor Swift hypeness, man. It's taken away from the game.
How though? How?
Because every time something happens, they cut off to her. I want to see Andy Reid cheering. I want to see the bench. I want to show them. They don't never show the owners. None of that. They show Taylor Swift and whoever's in her camp.
Okay. I've heard that for like the last month and a half. Do you know what the total time in all the games that she's appeared on, the total times that she's been on screen?
Oh, you counted. Let me hear it.
It's not even a minute. It comes out at 46 seconds. She's not even on this screen long. The idea that she kind of like takes over the game by herself as if she's a game record off some linebacker stuff is not the case.
If you leave it up to her Swiftie, she is. If you leave it up to her Swiftie, she is. Oh, because Taylor Swift they magically have done that.
I mean,
I'll be laughing.
She's not even getting that much screen time, y'all. Relax.
But to go against that,
sure,
they cut off to her and then they comment on her. they cut off to her, and then they comment on her. So the whole subject of Taylor Swift got to be over a couple of minutes. If you say it's only 40 seconds, they giving it a couple of minutes of full Taylor Swift acknowledgement. That's too much.
Okay, so what bothers you more? Is it the fact that she's getting the cutaways, or the fact that there's conversation after the fact? Because the conversations after the fact bothers you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift.
It's a conversation. She pretty. I can look at her all day. I'm not going against that.
Okay.
But the conversation. Let's get back to the game.
But she still can't come to the cookout? She still can't come to the cookout.
I'm not. I said Big Mama said that, not me.
Right. I know that's right. You better clarify. Yes, sir.
I was just watching the Caribbean Series Championship last night in Miami. The baseball, Dominican versus Venezuela. I didn't mind the cutoffs, not one bit. I look at the cutoffs of Pretty Women all day long, but we just gonna cut off and get right back to the game. You feel me?
Right. That's usually what they do, though.
Yep.
She gets a split second after Travis scores or Travis has a big play, right? And then boom, right to the action.
Well, cut off to some sisters then too. Make it even.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Anybody that's listening, I just want y'all to know I love all the flavors. I'm not going against it. It's all jokes. It is all jokes. It is all jokes.
Hey!
It's just jokes.
Oh my God!
Comments, dog. He had the preference comments.
Hey, you thought Unc Shannon was funny? Oh no, they didn't even see me, bro. It's all jokes. All jokes.
Hey, wait a minute. I got you. I got you, TJ. Hey, he's doing all this from the dark retreat. From the dark retreat.
The confessions come out. Hey,
from the dark retreat.
The confessions come out in the dark retreat, man.
I'm trying to turn the light on so they can see it's dark in Florida. I'm sorry, I gotta hide my face. I'm turning it around. It's all jokes, everybody. Taylor Swift is fine by me.
Damon, you told me you didn't told me to screen them first.
Hey, Tish said too late.
Too late. She said too late. My bad. Y'all ratings. I done made y'all ratings go down, man.
you know. Hey,
look, my goodness.
Now that Vaughn did this, dog. Every time he opens his mouth, there should be like a subtitle on the bottom of his screen. Like, before I go any further now, let me establish this. Let me make something very, very clear.
We in the cancel culture. We in the cancel culture. And I only been on here for 10 minutes, and I'm not trying to get canceled.
Oh, you're counting. Good for you.
Hey, I'm trying to be like you. You want to count the Taylor Swift seconds. I'm going to count my seconds too.
As long as I'm not the only one. That's all I ask. As long as I'm not the only one, I'm good.
We in the same boat, brother.
All right.
Same boat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God.
Put the subtitles on the bottom. Let me make this very, very clear, y'all.
Let me make this very clear.
I'm with all flavors. I'm with all flavors.
Wait till I bring my other guys on. I got to get to my guy Mike and them. Wait till I get them on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for all of them. Every last one of them. I'm waiting for
Damon, he take me to a baseball game. He said, Ma, they don't speak no English or Spanish. I don't know what the hell they saying. I'm going to bring them on.
Oh, boy. I actually am interested to see how that would turn out. I'm not even going to lie.
Right.
I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even gonna lie right now.
I'm serious. You're supposed to go tomorrow.
Entertaining.
Hey, listen, we're gonna be enjoying that game tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna be enjoying that game tomorrow. See who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, who's gonna be some crybabies, and all this other stuff, man. And my money's on the refs. Refs gonna throw some call.
Here you go. Here you go.
Yeah, here I go.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I don't want to wear no brown bag because somebody got hurt and they're crying. I ain't trying to hear that.
Yep.
I ain't
There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. Plain and simple. When it's all over, Someone's gonna be standing there holding a Lombardi trophy.
Yep.
I just want a real game. I'm going for my son. I'm going for my son because like Ron said, he blocks for Mahomes. But you know what? He get a second
So
Super
Kansas
Bowl
City.
ring. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Since the Ravens
Okay.
couldn't do it, I'm gonna be fair. I want to see my son get another Super Bowl ring.
I know that's
Okay.
right. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't have no damn ring. How many sons you claiming?
I'm talking about Donovan.
Oh!
I'm talking about my other one. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about my other guy.
No!
They
Boy,
always
you were
raise
not
up my
supposed to
house.
do that, dog.
Yep, that's right. We got this. I was at every high school game. We got this.
Hey, why did Vaughn put her out on the spotlight like she claimed him on taxes? What's going on here? Oh my God! How many
He
teams?
ain't no more.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mama.
I
got
think
you
he plays
back.
on.
I
There
got
you
your
go.
back.
Hey, I don't
It's
know,
cool.
man. Let me just
Look,
say this.
he didn't
You
win.
got Frank Warner, Fred Warner, you got
Yep.
Bosa, you got Trey. Like
Yep.
they the
That's
secondary-
vicious, man. Greenlawn, man. That's
Greenlaw,
vicious, man.
They got a good D.
That's vicious.
They got a
That's
good D. So
vicious.
to go up with, and I don't want to say the top offense, but potentially because they have Mahomes, I guess you just say that they have the top offense. So to see those two go back and forth, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a good game. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I just want a fair
Here's the
game.
thing. The 49ers defense, if they get after Mahomes, he ain't gonna have a good day. He's not gonna have a good day.
He's not gonna have a good day.
In the injury report, their right guard on the Kansas City is out for the game.
Trouble.
Wow.
And who you probably gonna be on the right side? Bosa, of all people, against some rookie. So what you think's gonna happen?
Ears peering back, baby, and downhill.
Yep, that's it. And you ain't stopping Bosa all game unless you putting multiple hands on him. Plain and simple.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
Multiple hands.
But you go on the other side.
Somebody's gonna get free. So, and I mean, it's not like Chase Young showed up any place. I'm sorry.
Right.
My bad.
You say that now, and then he messed around and get a half sack. I'm sorry.
Just
A couple sacks.
Just
A couple sacks.
You know. Hey, I'm just saying it's gonna be interesting to see how the Niners defense game plans the scripted plays for Kansas City, because the thing that they've been struggling with throughout all the postseason is the run game. And let me tell you something right now. If Pacheco starts getting 5 yards pop before Mahomes even starts throwing the ball for real, we got ourselves a problem. Again.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
You may have allowed it to Detroit and have Detroit cost the game. You may have allowed it to the Packers and have them cost the game. You do that to Kansas City, oh, you will lose. Mahomes will make you pay.
Absolutely.
There ain't no mistakes about it. He will make you pay. Dog.
Absolutely, he will.
So it's important to see. That's going to be
tight,
one of the factors for me.
He just keep getting that rock. He's just gonna wear him down. He's just gonna keep wearing him down.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem that I saw, especially when they played us. Here's the problem that I saw. Remember, they was doing a lot of side to sideline passes. They wasn't pushing the ball down the field too much.
Until late.
I'm like, until late. Right.
Yeah.
Now, let's see if they do that again. So we'll see what happens. I think Vaughn may be having some trouble there down there in old Florida.
Hey, my bad. I was going in the house. I gotta feed Mom Dukes right quick.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. That's fine.
I'm still here.
That's fine.
I'm still here.
I don't know, man.
I just think that defense is going to clamp down on them, and they're going to be coming after Mahomes. I just think they are. They're going to come after him.
Hey, that's fine.
And make it. And again, don't let Kelsey beat you. That's the biggest thing. Take Kelsey away. Make Rice beat you, right? Valdez-Scantling, make him beat you.
Let's not do that. Rice can do that now.
Rice can. But what about Butterfingers McBob?
All he needs is 2 catches.
Oh, that's it? That's 2?
Yeah.
That's 2. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, like the offense over the course of this postseason for Kansas City has been Pacheco, Rice, Kelsey, throw in some Scantling in there, and Noah Gray, their backup tight end. So they run some tight end sets, some 2 tight end sets, sometimes 3 tight end sets, okay, to help out with the run game. But a lot of that sets up what they do in the passing game as well. And so when you factor all of that in, all we're asking for is for a Valdez-Scantling to have just 2 catches. I just need you to give me 2. Just give me 2 or 3, 2 to 3, because the timeshare is going to go to Kelsey and Pacheco and Rice. It's going to go to those 3. But maybe he doesn't need to. Maybe he doesn't need to throw the ball downfield. What if he just repeats exactly what he did last week? What if? What if he just sits up there and just like, hey, you know what? You give me 5 yards here. I'm gonna take it. Oh, you give me 7? I'll take it. Oh, all right.
I get it.
I'll take 15. So and this goes back again. The reason why it's very critical and very pivotal on how they scheme up against Mahomes is like I said earlier, it doesn't get much disciplined than the Kansas City Chiefs right now. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. So when you factor that in, it's not like you're going to get them with a false start all the time, or you're going to get them with a holding call. Like, they're about as disciplined as discipline can get offensively. So if you are going to plan on blitzing, just be careful. You may mess around and have to deal with a roughing the passer call every once in a while, or a holding, or a pass interference. So you may do all this, getting after Mahomes if you want to, but if you don't think that Mahomes will make you pay for it, he definitely will.
Not debating that at all, because he does he makes them pay all the time. He makes people pay all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. But some of them people get lucky too.
They do.
Some of them get lucky. So we'll see. We would definitely see.
For sure. Absolutely.
We would definitely see. But I just think the 49ers have a better offensive scheme versus their defense. Now, there he is. He out of the darkness retreat, y'all.
Hey.
Oh, no, that's right.
Hey. I'm here live, baby.
Yeah. we got to put the subtitles in for him.
There you go. Start it off.
Yeah.
Full disclosure.
Yes.
Everything I say other than sports is a joke. Please don't cancel me.
Thank you.
I'm 25 minutes into my podcast career. Please don't cancel me.
I love it.
That's all I ask.
I love it.
Please.
Well done, sir. See, he did that on the spot. That was good. That was really good.
I was prepared. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well
Public
done.
speaking classes.
But again, it's gonna be a good game tomorrow. But
it is.
If the 49ers hold them down, and like kind of what Tampa Bay did, that game's over. If they start putting up points and Mahomes can't come back from that game's gonna be over. But like you said, on the same side, Pacheco get going and Kelsey get going, that game could be over in a heartbeat.
Look, the one thing I'll pay attention to is who wins time of possession.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If Kansas City wins time of possession, kiss this game goodbye. It doesn't matter what you do on both sides for San Francisco. If you don't keep Mahomes off the field long enough, the times that he does get on, best believe points will be put on the board for sure.
Oh, yeah,
whether
absolutely.
it's a touchdown or a field goal.
There's no doubt.
What is important is what they do with the time of possession. If the Kansas City Chiefs are able to win in time possession, it may mess around and may not be close. That's the problem with Kansas City winning it. If San Fran can win time possession, you know it's going to be tight, but they had the defense to stop them, to make that one stop, to make that one possession, to end the game. They have Christian McCaffrey to run the clock out if they need to. They have Purdy to make that one pass that guarantees a first down. They have that capability. But that is what's going to be the staple in this game. Who controls the time of possession?
Yep.
Who controls time of possession?
So let me ask you that. If that's
Sure.
your key, to the game,
Yep.
does
It's
it
one
also
of
come down because you got two very good coaches?
Yep.
Does it come down to who coaches the game better? You got two great coaches.
Let me go in this one.
Sure.
Remember when Shanahan was offensive coordinator down in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their defense blew that 28-3 lead. Blew it.
Sure.
They was just a defensive stop away from winning the Super Bowl. Atlanta. All they had to do was stop New England, but they couldn't stop them. And then New England homed in on them as far as the defensive side. So Shanahan has the experience of doing it. He can do it. He just has to scheme it up right. Remember, he calls his own plays.
Right.
And he has to really watch, okay, I see this, I see that, okay, I need to change this, I need to change that. But what I think he got was complacent and the stagnant, and he couldn't figure it out. And that game, that New England came back and won the game. Shanahan can do it. Now, as far as you want to say the better coach, it's Andy Reid is the better coach.
Right.
He's the better coach. I mean, look what he's done. Even coming from Philly, going up to Kansas City. Look what that man has done over his career. He's the better coach. But if it's anybody that can dethrone him, it's Shanahan. Can throw him off his game. So, like I said, if you look, Shanahan has the experience. He does. He just has to really watch this game and say, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to put in this place. This is what I need to do. Here's the thing. If he goes out there and try to get into a shootout with Mahomes, he's going to lose that game. Plain and simple.
Agreed.
Use the pieces around you. Run the damn ball. That's what Baltimore should have did. Ran the goddamn ball down Kansas City's throat. And that game would have been over. But they didn't. They went with, he wanted to outduel Mahomes. No, you don't do that. Do what takes you to the dance. You got Debo. You got Kittle. Run that ball down their throat. Then throw some passes in there. You got the weapons all around you. That's all he has to do all game. And 49ers will win that game.
You know what the sad part is of bringing up that lovely Super Bowl? Is the one thing that you mentioned towards the end is the one thing that he didn't do, which was run the football.
Run the ball.
Run the clock out. Okay. That's kind of the stain on Shanahan's career offensively, is that when he had the huge lead, all you had to do was just eat the clock away at that point.
Run the ball. Run the ball.
Right?
That's right.
I think the separation between the two is that Andy Reid has separated himself in the class of Belichick in the sense of he has trained his teams over the past few years or so to be very, very, very exceptional in situational cases. So your pivotal third downs, your pivotal fourth downs, how to convert them, where you're at on the spot of the field. If you're on defense, do you really want to blitz on this 3rd and 3, or do you want to just try to stop the run? It's 3rd and short, or it's 4th and 5. They may think about doing a pass here. We may have to sit back and go into zone, so we don't have to worry about having to have different spots open on the field. There's different things that Andy Reid does situationally that not very many coaches can tap into. And
All
I
right,
think
I disagree with that.
Wait.
I
I got a 49ers fan. Hold on. Let me bring him in. That's my
sure.
man. Got to bring him in. Got. Everybody has equal time on this
The
show.
more the merrier. It sounds like a Pat McAfee show.
And this my man. This is one of my coworkers, and we battled all season. So
Sure.
he was the one that actually, when we played our game, he called me and said, "Man, I think y'all gonna beat us." I said, "Man, no, I don't think so." I
this
said,
the guy I
this
heard a
gonna
lot
be a tough
about
game.
him.
He called me and said, "Man, y'all gonna beat us." I was like, "Nah, I didn't expect that game to go the way it did, but this my man right here." And like I said, I'm bringing him on, give him his props. His 49ers is in the dance, and we sitting home on the goddamn couch.
Hey, how's everybody doing, man?
What's
Doing
up,
great,
brother?
man. Good to see
Hey,
you.
you know what? I was telling my man Davis, right? I was like,
Yeah.
listen, much respect to the Ravens, much respect to Eagles, man. What's your team?
Oh, Baltimore all day, sir.
Okay. Much respect to the Ravens. I was hoping to play the Ravens in the Super Bowl. To me, I think Harbaugh fucked up the scheme. Excuse my French.
Yes.
Oh man, I thought I was bad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If Harbaugh would have played with the same intensity like they played us, Kansas City had no chance, man.
That's right.
Kansas City had no chance. Patrick Mahomes did not score in the second half.
Nope.
Defense did their job. The defense did their job.
But you know what? I think Harbaugh took it too hard when they said my man Lamar Jackson, he wasn't a quarterback. And he wanted to glorify him by what? Kept throwing the ball. No, man. The run defense for Kansas City Chiefs is not that good. And the Baltimore Ravens, they know how to run the ball, especially with Lamar Jackson, bro.
Yep.
I don't know what in the world Harbaugh was thinking.
They completely went away from their game.
Thank you. They completely changed the scheme.
Completely went away from the game.
Bill Buckner and the World Series ground ball right through the wickets, right through the legs. That's the easiest reference I can say.
Right.
That's slam dunk Bill Buckner.
I'm telling you, I was watching that game. I just couldn't believe it, man. I just couldn't believe it. To me, Baltimore gave the game away. They keep saying, oh, Kansas City Chiefs did this, Kansas City Chiefs did that. No, man. Baltimore Ravens kicked their own asses themselves. All day, every day.
Zay Flowers with the fumble.
Right. I mean,
man.
Come on, man. And
you're
then
not
Lamar,
running the ball. Wait a minute.
Then,
you brought Dalvin Cook in here and didn't even use him.
Right. And then Lamar Jackson throwing that deep ball being covered by 3 Kansas City Chiefs guys. Lamar Jackson, that's not his type of style of play.
Right.
His style of play is more like, quick action play, first down or whatever the case may be. And then he's going to scramble and he's going to get the first down. And you keep moving the chain that way. But I don't know what my man Harbaugh was thinking, man. Just keep passing the ball. He was overthrowing to his receivers. I don't know, man. But
like I said, we didn't play our game. And when I brought up TJ a couple of times, I said that I watched that whole game, and I actually rewatched that game. And something I noticed that they didn't do.
I forgot to tell you that.
They never looked up at the press box at Todd Monken the whole game. The whole game, never put anything up there on him. And I was like, interesting. Because generally they'll show you the coordinators, how they looking, or whatever. They never showed him the whole game.
I didn't see the game, but wow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't calling no conspiracy theories, but I'm just saying.
Hey,
don't be one of them, man. Don't be one of them.
I'm not calling no. I'm just saying. Anytime they look at your coordinators.
Yep.
But I guess because Taylor Swift was there, she overshot.
Exactly the whole damn 40 seconds.
You had to. Why? You could have kept it right.
You see how they bring it right back to her?
Yeah. Hey, but
Yeah,
hopefully, but hey,
sorry, y'all. Her 12 seconds of screen time was too much for the game. My bad.
but hopefully, Taylor Swift won't shadow as this tomorrow, man. We got to get this W, man. I don't care how they're gonna do it. One thing about one thing I like about Kyle Shanahan was 0-34 when trailing.
Yep.
Okay. Luckily, we got this magic kid named Brock Purdy.
Okay.
He's 2-34 now. So he went over the hump. So he took him over the hump and said, "Nah, I got you." You know, and it's true, man. We were 0-34, and I know you just mentioned that he blew a 28-3 lead against the
Patriots in the Super Bowl.
The Patriots in the Super Bowl, and then he blew a 20-10 lead with the same Kansas City Chiefs that we're playing tomorrow. You know, but he went away from running the ball. Kansas City.
Oh, so it's happened twice. Oh boy.
Yeah,
that's concerning.
No, you know what?
Baby.
You know what? And I'm glad that we're playing the Kansas City Chiefs because we know how to beat them. Patrick Mahomes on that Super Bowl, we had 2 picks on him.
Okay.
2 interceptions back to back. He didn't know what to do until Kyle Shanahan decided to stop running the ball and try to glorify Garoppolo. When Garoppolo, he's complete trash, man, when it comes to passing the ball. He's not a good passer. You know, he gets paranoid, he gets picked quick. Instead of throwing to his receiver, I don't know, he magically he decides to throw it to the corner. You know what I mean? So tomorrow is going to be a different day, and I'm just hoping that tomorrow, if running the ball is making you win the game, keep running the ball. Don't stop.
Oh, y'all don't have a choice. I hate to be the bearer. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you have Christian McCaffrey and you're not running the football or you're not getting him heavily involved, you will lose this game. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
You know what?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
We have a great passer. We have a good quarterback.
I'm not taking that away. I'm not taking that away. But your engine that runs the car is Christian freaking McCaffrey.
No. Okay. Who to me, I think it's both. CMC and Brock Purdy.
Okay.
When against the Detroit Lions, CMC wasn't able to get through them off defensive line. He was getting crushed until Brock Purdy was like, you know what? Let me take it upon myself. And he started scrambling, he started passing, and then he started running the ball on, himself. So we got, to me, I think that if they have a game plan for CMC to run the ball freely, because these running backs, you can't just be like, okay, let me run up against this wall and I'm gonna break through. You can't. You're gonna need your offensive line to create holes for you, right?
And they have.
And lately they haven't.
Well, okay. For Christian McCaffrey in particular, to have both games where he's had 125 yards from scrimmage, I don't know what wall he hit, but if that's the wall that he's hit the past couple of games, he might need to hit that wall again tomorrow. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're right.
Okay, he's averaging 5 yards per carry, so it's not like one of those cases where McCaffrey touches the ball, he gets stagnant, and then he gets one huge run, and that just dictates the rest of the game, and it's just garbage yards, or I'm not sure what the actual term is in my head right now, but just extra yards. No, McCaffrey is getting these yards chunks in multiple instances, right? Whether it's receiving the ball out the backfield or running it. So again, the problem is not even necessarily y'all running the ball. It's what y'all do against the run. That's my biggest problem.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely 1,000% correct. I mean, I think that if we can't stop the run game,
it's over. I'm sorry.
We're gonna be in deep trouble. But I got confidence. I really got confidence that our defense is coming. They're going to be hot tomorrow. They have to, because they know they those two games that we play against the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions. Our defense seemed to me, my defense, I was like, man, what are they doing? Are they playing a freaking regular season game, or are they playing a playoff game or NFC Championship chip game? I mean, they look stagnant. They look like, okay, it seems like we got this, but we don't got this. You know what I mean? When we were losing 14-0 and we go to halftime 24-7,
Yep.
and I'm like, yo, I swear to you, deep inside me, I was like, man, I hope we can come back. I hope we can come back. I got faith in these guys. But at one point, man, you'd be like, man, when are you guys going to wake up?
Mm-hmm.
And you are absolutely right. And if we play like that at Kansas City Chiefs, bro, we're not going to have a chance. We're not going to have a chance. We're not. We have to stop my man Pacheco from the get-go. Hey, don't let him.
I like that one.
I like that one for facts.
Yes,
put it on the t-shirt. Put it on the t-shirt.
We got to stop him, man, because that dude runs like a train.
Yep.
I saw it against B-More, and that dude was like, and now, mind you, Baltimore defensive line is vicious.
Yep.
It's vicious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, we're gonna have to stop him in the scrimmage line. We can't let him do nothing. And I heard you when you say if he keeps getting 5 yards here, 6 yards there, 5 yards there, we're gonna be in trouble, bro.
Yeah.
Because 5 yards, it'll add up, and then second down, that'll give Patrick Mahomes little to none to create that first down again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, hey, man, but like I said, I mean, I'm hoping you guys not rooting for Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow, bro. We got to root for the Lions.
We ain't making our picks till tomorrow. So
we haven't picked anything. But let me say this. I've been taking a beating.
So who you got winning?
They beaten. Wait, listen. I've been taking a beating. I have family in Kansas City, okay? I've been taking a beating from them since they won that game. A beating from my family up in Kansas City. Kelsey's has been giving me a beating. I've been taking a beating from everybody from Kansas City, okay? So everybody was like, well, we know you're going with the 49ers. I said, no. I said, we're looking at injury reports. We're looking at this. We're looking at that. TJ made the case why both teams could win earlier. I'll make my pick tomorrow.
We're making our picks tomorrow. We're making our picks tomorrow.
Agreed.
Okay. Will I make my pick today, man? 49ers.
Yeah.
49ers 28-21.
Okay.
That's
not bad.
That's a shootout. Sounds like a shootout to me.
I'm just looking for some crab cakes my way.
Here you go.
Oh my God.
That's why I got to keep the mute button on. I had the mute button on the whole time.
You know one thing about what I like about Kansas City Chiefs about this year?
What's that?
Kansas City Chiefs offense is not as good as when we played them in 2020. Tyreek Hill is not there. Hartman is not as good as he used to be. The only thing they have right now to stand out is Kelsey, man. And I was shocked that he was able to do what he did against Baltimore's defense. And Baltimore's defense, like I said, is vicious. My respect to them. But you know that Patrick Mahomes' guy is Kelsey. On very like
everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
We said it.
All you gotta do is double team that guy for that one play. You know what I would do? I'll let anyone else beat me, but I'm not gonna let Kelsey beat me.
That's the problem.
What haven't I said that for weeks? I've said that for weeks.
But you know what's sad?
For weeks I said that.
You know what's sad though?
What?
Travis Kelce is getting some of these catches in double coverage anyways.
That's because he's a prime route runner.
That's Kelce, bro. I'm sorry.
Can't watch him on film and be like, I anticipate him doing this, because he don't do that. No. He is a prime route runner, and that's what makes him special.
You know what I have an issue with? These corners, man. I'm like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know much about football. I've been watching football since I was maybe 11 years old. Okay, I'm 48, almost 48.
Okay. Yep. I'm officially young now. Thanks.
My thing with this corners, man, dude. If you would just turn yourself around instead of just watching watching the receiver, or whatever the case may be, just turn yourself around and you can pick that ball. You can intercept it. Correct me if I'm
It's easier
wrong.
said than done. It's easier said than done. Corner is the hardest position in the NFL, and it's not even remotely close.
That's a fact.
It is definitely easier said than done, which is why when you have your corners like Sauce Gardner or Tre'Davious Ward, like we're going to see in the Super Bowl, or L'Jarius Sneed or Marlon Humphrey, those corners that really specialize in having to shut down, whether it's man or zone. We should give a whole lot more flowers to those guys, because honestly, in terms of how the rules are set up in today's game, in terms of what's allowed, not allowed, what can be defensive holding, what can be pass interference, all those different obstacles that a corner, just saying a corner, I'm not even getting a free safety or even a linebacker to a lesser degree. You have to factor all of those things in while also making sure that you stop the wide receiver from getting the pass. And it does make it a lot challenging on how to really defend it. So when you see those great plays where the corner comes in and swats the ball away or picks it off, it makes it that much bigger of a deal, because honestly, given the obstacles I just mentioned, you can very much be destined for a 35, 45-yard gain on any given play, because there is not much that you can do about it as a corner. So, and then on top of that, from a corner's vision, you're paying attention to what the quarterback's doing. Okay, is the quarterback going to go here? Is the quarterback going to go to the flat? Okay, if he's going to the flat, is my linebacker going to be able to get him in time? Or do I need to stop my route here to try to stop him behind the line of scrimmage? Do I need to sit up there and go deeper in the coverage so that way the wide receiver could kind of bait the quarterback into making a bad decision? What do I do here? What do I do there? And all of this is happening on
high speed.
Yep.
Right.
On
Very
a
fast.
whim. So it's easier said than done. Now, obviously, we have replays. We have, a lot of different things available to us to where we could be like, okay, the corner shouldn't have done that. The corner should have done this. But I'll tell you something right now. You know what a cornerback is? It's like, hey, you wake up in the morning, but instead of you, just getting up to take a shower, while you're taking a shower, go brush your teeth, rinse your mouth, and in the process, take care of the car that's outside. And then while you're taking care of the car that's outside, go to work, okay? Will yourself, push the car that you're quote unquote driving to work, make sure you get there on time, okay? Fix the car while you're on your lunch break, okay? And then still find a way to get the job done at work and then go home. Like, there's so many different factors that's going on at one time that it makes it difficult for a corner to be effective. It's just, that's why you have the greats, you have the goods, and you have the uglies. That's just what it is.
That's Marcus Russell.
That's just what it is.
So you're right.
It's definitely easier said than done, because I'll tell you right now, you put me in the helmet with pads, having to move side to side, having to press, having not to press, having to think all that in one play, let alone a whole 60 minutes. Oh, I'm telling you right now, I'm getting burnt for 350.
Well, obviously you will be in shape. You know what I mean? If you will put yourself in that
position. Maybe. No, I appreciate you acknowledging the lack of body fat that I have going on here at the moment in time for you to say such a thing. I don't know how much I need to pay you when the show is over, but maybe. But I'm still getting torched because it's still an IQ thing as a corner to factor all those things in the play as the play is going on.
I mean,
it's not like Madden where it's like, okay, I know exactly where he's going to be here, be there, stuff like that. So,
hey, you know something? I love this. The 49ers fans are showing up. Let me bring Dave in here. Dave.
What's up, man?
My man Dave from the Dave Podcast. My man. 49ers showing up. Big big time, baby.
Hey guys, listen. First of all, happy Super Bowl weekend to everybody. Right?
Happy
I mean,
Super
listen.
Bowl weekend.
No matter who's in the Super Bowl, unless it's the Raiders, I'm excited no matter what. Right? Like I'm always excited about the Super Bowl. This is a big weekend for me. I take like 2 or 3 days off from work. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. But I do it every year. But yeah, happy Super Bowl weekend to everybody. Just so happens this year it's even better because the 49ers are in it. So.
Hey, y'all there and the Chiefs there. The only two right now got the bragging rights. And right now, may the best team win. And like I said, we going over these pros and cons with the Chiefs, the Swifties, and everybody else.
Oh God, I am excited. So I'm here a little later. You guys have already been talking about it. We had our show. We did our podcast earlier this morning, the Dave and Doc podcast, and so we gave our predictions. I'm anxious to hear what you guys have come up with score wise.
Well, they're not giving their predictions until tomorrow.
Oh, well, I mean, that's come on.
Right.
Like tomorrow at like 11 p.m. Eastern? Come on.
Nah,
come on.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that.
Hey, just right in time to place the bet. That's it.
Right.
There you go. There you go. I got you. Well, do you guys want to hear mine? My prediction.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and put this on. Please don't bet on this because I'd feel really bad if you guys lost money because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But all week I've thought about this, and I've thought about it for like the last more than all week. I've actually thought about it since the Detroit game. So for 2 weeks, in my head, I have 30-28. 49ers.
A lot of close games. Okay.
Well, here's the thing, too. I've been watching all this stupid YouTube shit, too. I mean, all these people are doing these, these simulations on YouTube from Madden, all these Madden.
Yeah.
And like at least 20% of them have gone into overtime. First of all, my heart can't take that. I don't need that mess in my life. I don't need that mess in my life. I can't take that. But yeah, I mean, all these games have been super close. And so, so I'm picking, actually, I think I had 31-28. I'm looking at my notes now. So 31-28, a field goal and the Niners win. So there it is. So I'm ready to take your attack. Go ahead.
I got one question. I got one question.
Gotcha. All right.
One question.
Sure.
I heard 2 high-scoring games or 2 high-scoring totals. Who's scoring all of these touchdowns for the Chiefs? Because I don't have faith in their receivers.
Oh shit! I hope nobody. Listen.
I mean,
I don't know because I mean they played the Ravens and they only scored 17, and most people would say they dominated that game. But again, I mean, they only scored 17. If they only score 17 against the Niners, I feel pretty good about our chances. But I agree with you. I don't know. I mean, Pacheco and probably Kelsey. It's every time I say his name, I just want to throw up a little bit.
They're going 14. You saying they're going 14, 2 scores apiece?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, you're 100% right. Maybe Rice catches a cat. I don't know.
He's been showing up.
He has.
I don't have faith in that.
Oh, listen. I mean, I hope you're right. Listen, I hope they have a terrible game.
I hope they freaking lose the game. Period.
Well, listen. First of all, you guys are geniuses, and I love all of you.
Don't claim that, but I love it. Who's paying these guys, man? You got a high payroll, kid.
But I don't know. You're right, though. I mean, I think Kelsey has the potential to have a big game. He's very hard he's hard to guard, right? I mean, he's like George Kittle. You get those guys that are in that space where they're not a wide receiver, but they're big enough and they're talented enough. So I don't know, but I'm with you. Like, listen, if they only score 17 points, I like our chances. So I'm good with that.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm. Oh,
But
go ahead,
remember,
I'm sorry.
earlier I was talking about, defense. 49ers has a great defense. If they hold them, remember, in the game, I gave Kansas City 21, and they didn't even get that. If they hold them to 17 points, 49ers going to win that game. Plain and simple. But remember, like I said, they're going to get after Mahomes. They're going to get after Mahomes. So
how many times
again,
has he been
right
sacked
guard,
though? Like in his playoff history, like once? Is it even that many times? But again, I mean that's
three,
where
I believe.
I mean that's our defense. I mean that's our that's what we do, right? We get after quarterbacks and we sack quarterbacks, but like he just doesn't get sacked a lot. I don't know. I'm honest. I'm a Niners fan, and I've been a Niners fan since I've been like 4 years old. And I'm very nervous and worried about this game.
I'm not. So. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been a 49ers fan for a long time.
Uh-oh.
I felt more nervous against the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, no,
Why?
I get that.
Because Matt LaFleur
I agree with that. That's a good point.
Knows our scheme, knows our system.
True.
They mimic our system.
Very true.
Okay.
And Jordan Love was
he knows
hot
Kyle
for it.
Shanahan.
Yeah, he was.
Like I mean, they like brothers, you know what I mean? They have coached together. So with that being said, I'm not really nervous against the Kansas City Chiefs. I really think that we're going to win this game. That's my philosophy. That's my mentality.
I love it.
Yeah, we're going to, we might be up against the wall and maybe a quarter or two, but I think we're going to prevail. I think we're going to be successful at the end. I really think our defense is going to show up because we haven't showed up in the last 2 games.
That's true.
Our defense been sorry. But I think Chase Young, he's going to redeem himself and he's going to do better than what he did against the Detroit Lions.
Do you think our defense?
I call it 28-21, 49ers.
Do you think that our defense is playing bad because of the scheme? Do you think it's our defensive coordinator? Do you think it's Wilkes?
No.
You don't think so?
No,
because I mean, there's definitely been a decline, right? Like in the last 8 weeks, right? The defense, just started going down. Do you think it's a thing where everybody has tape, right? And we're all in their scheming to get, or do you think it's Steve Wilkes just, I don't know, isn't there?
It's fundamentals. It's fundamentals, man. If you watch the plays where they're giving up the chunk plays in the running game. It's just a whole lot of, you see a lot of Eric Armstead missing his assignment. There's a lot of Drake Greenlaw missing, not being where he's supposed to be. There's a lot of Nick Bosa that's just hedging way too hard on a play, which leads to, that outside play to Jameson Williams in the championship game. He just hedged way too hard. So there was a lot of different moments and times over the, you said the last 8 weeks. But especially in this playoff run, where it's just been a lot of things that they haven't been doing from a fundamental standpoint that's costed them over and over and over again.
I saw an interesting video with Kurt Warner talking about the 49ers. And he was basically going over, here's what I would do, right?
Right.
And he was moving Fred Warner around. And he said, if you can get Fred Warner attacking the flat because that's where he thinks you're going or whatever, it opens up a huge gap. And hopefully the 49ers have seen that too, because watching Kurt Warner's video, I'm like, holy crap, you're right, man. That's exactly what's happened. Holy shit. I mean, this is 20 yards up, down, left, right. That's just open in the middle of the field. And you see that in the run game against Detroit. And you just see that, over over the course of the last 8 weeks. And it's just funny. It's you get Fred Warner out of position and then there it is, right? You've got, 15, 20 yards. Doesn't mean you're going to score, but you've got a lot of yards to play with. So it's been interesting. Yeah. Chuck, definite chunk plays. So just watching that and Kurt Warner, who's a Hall of Famer, like looking at it and he goes, here's what I would do. And I'm like, oh, well, you're better than most of these guys that he's played against. So I mean, that makes sense to me. And then you're going into the Super Bowl against Andy Reid, who, even though has ties, with the 49ers and Bill Walsh and the coaching tree. And if you guys listen to my podcast, that's what I talked about today. But yeah, I mean, like I'm a little nervous about that. And hopefully the 49ers realize that too. There's something to be said about the Baltimore Ravens, right? I mean, I'm not a Ravens fan. Sorry, Damon. I'm not a Ravens fan. You know that, but like
I know that.
but here's what I would say though, like they didn't get caught up in defensive schemes and stuff, right? It's like, here's what we're going to play. We're going to play this base zone defense, and you're just going to have to beat us. And there's something to be said for that, right? I mean, because again, they had the athletes to do it. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, there's something to be said for that. It's like, you know what? Here's what we're going to play. We're just going to play a base, cover 2 or whatever.
Right.
And that's what we're going to play. Where the Niners kind of go all over the place sometimes. So you don't have that. You don't always have that. People, nobody's out of position, right? Like you gotta, they're playing you as they're going to play you. So right. I don't know. I'm anxious, nervous, and whatever else to see how the Niners are going to come out in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs and how they're going to their base defense. I mean, they're just going to go a 4-3 and just go, move on with life, or are they going to mix it up a little bit? I'm anxious to see.
Like I said, if they stop Pacheco and stop Kelsey and make Valdez Butterfinger McBob Scanty and Rice beat them, then that game's probably going to be over.
Well, shit, that's a whole lot of stuff, though, man. I mean, stopping those guys. I mean, what is it? Marquez Valdez. I don't know. His name's too flipping long. For God's sakes, dude. Just pick a name and go with it.
If he could catch the ball, I bet you remember his name.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. If he ends up the MVP of the Super Bowl, I'll never forget it.
Please don't. Please don't start that. No, that would be
terrible.
That would be the biggest turn all year. Because everybody at the beginning of the year was like, oh, Valdez Scantling. Oh, Chiefs wide receivers can't catch. Oh. Super Bowl MVP goes to MVS.
You're right.
Oh, what?
You're right.
Talking about a villain arc. Okay.
Is Tony playing? Is he actually playing in the Super Bowl?
They're giving him a healthy scratch. I think they're going to do that again.
Because he keeps saying he's not hurt, and they're just not playing him, and they're saying he is hurt. It's real. I don't know.
Can I be real with y'all?
Yeah, please.
I'm Kansas City. He gonna be a healthy scratch until we die.
Right.
Listen. If I'm making a business decision,
game in any way, shape, or form.
If I'm making a business decision,
we know that you're not hurt. But the way that you be playing on this offense, you might as well think you hurt for the year. So we ain't gonna take any chances. Okay.
I agree with you. I think I'd put him in uniform. Right, but he'd be on the bench.
I'm sorry. I'm
he
sorry.
just doesn't come in.
They one of them practice squad guys.
Rod
in
Mike
there,
over
man.
there. You got
it. Well, listen, I don't disagree. Yeah.
Now I think he's talking heavy now because he sees what Rashee Rice and now the offense is picking it up and they're doing it without him. He feels some type of way. That's really what's going on behind the scenes. But truth of the matter is the Kansas City Chiefs are basically saying, you in particular will not cost us another game. You will not,
True.
be randomly offsides. You will not drop another key pass.
Oh, shit.
You will not.
About that.
You will not cost us the game. You will not.
You said you forgot about that?
Yeah. I know passes, but damn, you think about Tony. What the hell?
Him being offsides. Him being offside, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, dude, like I've coached football for over 10 years now. And it's like, that's not even, if that's my team, I'm like, no, I get it. You got to throw a flag there. I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
The dude's standing over top of the football. And
God.
you know when he learned that? You know when he learned that? At like 6 years old. So, like, I have no sympathy for him whatsoever. Come on, man. You learned that at 6.
I can't go against that because every athlete is looking for that upper edge. You just gotta be smart enough and smooth enough for you not to get caught.
We're talking about Kadarius Toney here. You really think he's gonna pull that off? Come on, man.
Hey, man. I'm trying not to get canceled.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I'll take the bullet for you. It's fine. Hey,
my brother, thank you.
I'll make sure.
He hurt his career by doing that, right? I mean, like,
yes.
Like, I mean, because the Chiefs are going to move away from him in the offseason, right? I mean, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And then who picks him up? I mean, who picks him up?
Their whole receiver.
Other than the Raiders, because the Raiders pick up everybody. But,
Pittsburgh. Wait, I give you one better. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, there you go.
Would you
stop? There it is. That's a perfect choice. Perfect choice.
I see that.
Perfect choice. Absolutely.
Jerry Jones is like, he's the greatest receiver that's ever played.
Right.
Oh, God, that's beautiful.
You ain't cheating. You ain't trying to win.
Hey,
that's true.
You laughing now, man. If again, I'm doing it again. It would be seriously crazy for us to laugh now, and the next year he does end up in Dallas.
Oh, listen,
he ends up having one of the best career years we've ever seen. Then you know what
I'm gonna say?
Did he not have the best career?
I'm gonna say you heard it here first.
I'm not gonna know what to do.
Syndicated. We are getting syndicated after this.
Oh,
just
no,
for that pick.
You heard it.
Just for that pick.
David's the prognosticator, right? I like it. I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, but that's just what it was, man. And even before the offsides play, Toney wasn't playing too well. He was playing terrible. He wasn't effective in the passing game. It was horrendous. So does he have a market? No,
I don't think he does. My God,
could he be on a team? Could he be on an NFL roster next year? Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
He's a talented athlete, right? I mean, like he's definitely talented enough. I think he could be on an NFL roster. I think it is funny that you mentioned the Dallas Cowboys because I actually do think that's a landing spot for him. For God's sake,
great pick.
I do too, right? I do too. There are the Raiders because the Raiders are the cesspool of the NFL, right? So, like, I mean, he's going to be in one of those.
Antonio Pierce is not allowed that.
I'm going to never join this podcast again if he ends up with the Niners, though. I'm just telling you right now. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm just done. I can't see him fitting in with the Niners, but yeah.
Take Jawan Jennings' spot?
No. Oh, hell no. No. I trust JJ on third down. I trust JJ on third down. Yeah, I mean, Toney, I don't know where he's going to line up. I don't know what's going to happen, but
you know where he's going to line up.
He's going to line up on the defensive side. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
on
cool.
The defensive side of the ball.
You're right. You know? Hi. Oh yeah, he's
in the defensive huddle. He's going to be
on the wrong side, but he will line up for you. He will line up for you.
I mean, how do you line up like that as a player? I mean, listen, he's played a lot of football, right? I mean, to get to this point, I don't understand that. Like, again, I coach youth football, right? So, like, I see this from time to time, and I'm like, guys, listen, you can't. And the official will, like, they're all nice. They come over and they're like, hey, man, number whatever, 28. You got to tell him to back up a little bit. Like, he's actually over top of the ball. Like, he's almost on the other side of the ball. And it's like, okay, I'll tell him or whatever. But dude, when you get to the NFL, come on. I mean, I'm a Florida State fan. You guys see that back here, and you guys know I'm a Florida State fan. I still remember the guy lining up backwards,
I was going to say that.
That's holy shit. That was terrible. And I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? But yeah, Tony lining up in the NFL offsides that bad. It's like, dude, you're not. I mean, your left foot is in front of the football. Like I don't know what to tell you there. But
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win.
Right? I guess. I don't know.
And you know what's sad? Out of all this, we are still having a conversation about the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I don't get it. I don't get it.
You're right.
I think that's what it was for me. The fact that at the beginning of the year, during the course of the year, we was like, okay, this receiving core is going to cost them. Oh, Mahomes don't look right. Oh, the play calling looks like this, all that. And we were like, this is not their year. Dynasty is folding.
And then they lost to Denver.
Lost to Denver.
Let's not forget about that.
Lost to the Raiders. I'm like, oh, okay. What's going on here?
It all came down to one person.
True.
And now they're in the Super Bowl again.
T Swift, baby. She got that magic juice. Once she came in, they started winning. They said, we can't have...
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
This 6'4" girl coming out here to the games, and we losing.
TJ have talked about that all season long. Like, since she's been in games, they haven't lost.
They haven't lost.
They haven't lost. Since she did this, they haven't lost. And goddamn,
I guarantee you, Andy Reid said, you better get your ass in that box. I don't care who has that box today. She going to be there.
True. Yeah.
I guarantee you on the back, we're going to see it on E60 or something about 20 years from now. They're going to be like, hey, Andy had this conversation with the Swift camp and said,
it's going to be a 30 for 30. You're right.
Yes. Exactly. Hey, I had to go tell her, hey, you come every game. If my boy's gonna play like this, think about it. When you was playing ball back in school, and the good looking girl came to the game.
Yeah.
Here you go.
That's
I'm going 30.
You showed out.
I'm going 30.
Let me tell y'all this. I got the opportunity because they wanted to try Vaughn in movies. I got the opportunity to be in The Replacements. Okay, with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, killer! I just watched that this weekend again. It's one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite movies.
That set as a kid, I remember.
Love that movie.
Yep, I got the pictures with everybody, with Keanu Reeves, and I got all the pictures. Okay.
Yeah.
Based on love and everybody.
Okay.
So
that's awesome.
We're just gonna call it The Replacements coming out the tunnel. Okay. Blacko never knew how to throw a ball. They had to teach him how to throw a ball.
Wrong person. Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Flacco. I love it. No, I just you can't. That's so funny. That is one of my favorite movies.
Mine too.
Number one, because I've got a crush on Brooke Langton. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a crush on her. I've had that for years. My wife knows that too. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
She just shakes her head at me. She shakes her head at me at this point.
Y'all need one.
You're still here?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, David bold, man. David's bold. He said,
listen, she doesn't care at this. We've been together so long now, it doesn't matter. But I remember Keanu Reeves. Gene Hackman was in that movie.
Yeah,
he was the coach.
I got
yeah, no, I just watched that like 2 days ago. Just retroactively just watched it, but that's one of my favorite movies though. That's awesome.
What do you think about the Water Boys?
Let's not let this slip under the rug. Dave is bold as bold can get.
Oh, listen, listen. I've got a list, right? Brooke Langton is there. Carrie Underwood
got a
there.
List? No, I'm not gonna do this to you. I'm not gonna do this to you. Do not put this for the whole world to see.
No,
I will not do that.
He's perfectly fine. He's in his comfort spot.
We're gonna keep it at Bruce. We're gonna call it a day because you still gotta lay down with her when it's all said and done.
No,
don't do this, man.
I want to hear the list.
We've laid down enough, man. We got 3 kids. Listen, I don't know what to tell you, man. At some point, it's like, you know what? Whatever. So I'm just telling you. Right? I mean, I'm just telling you.
I can imagine Dave being like, you know what, man. You're awesome. You're great. But if I had to choose,
Right.
They'll always be number one.
That's right.
In fact, I'm only going to give you one, but there is a list before we get to you.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Hey, at any point in time that you give me a hall pass,
Yeah, right? Yeah.
just know, and I love that movie. I
Yes.
love that movie.
Me too.
At any time you give me a hall pass, just know, here's my list.
Yeah. No, listen. I mean, I've got Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood's on that list, right?
No!
Right.
Stop it!
No,
Stop it!
we
I'm
want to
not
hear the
trying to
list.
cause chaos in any
You guys want to hear the
household.
list? Yeah.
People of America want to hear the list.
I think everybody who's listened to our podcast before has heard the list. It's ridiculous. But
Ridiculous.
yeah, so Carrie Underwood's on the list, right? Brooke Langton is on the list because of the replacements. Did I have anybody else on the
I
list?
tried, Dave. I tried.
No, I appreciate it. Listen, I
I'm the
appreciate
devil's
it.
advocate.
No, you're fine. No, listen, she would just be rolling her eyes right now.
The other one, what is the other one? 'Cause I
So
was doing-
the
I
other
did the Wolf
person that
Boy.
was on that list for years, but she passed away years ago, was Kelly Preston, John Travolta's wife.
Oh.
Yeah, I always had a thing for Kelly
Nice.
Preston. So yeah, so there's really only 2 on the list, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
It's not
not
a bad
bad.
list.
That's not
Not
bad.
bad.
I think her
thought
list
he
is
was
longer
gonna
than
start
mine,
naming
though.
off names. I thought he was going to start naming off names like it was toilet paper. But hey,
No.
it's cool.
No, I'm
We
very
keep that too.
respectful.
That's fine. You still got to go to sleep at night, man.
Well,
I'm
she's
not
got
gonna do
a
that to
longer
you.
list than me. Like she's got like
I was
Matthew
gonna say that.
McConaughey, and I don't know who the hell
Brad
else.
Pitt,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Maverick.
Yeah. She's all those guys. So,
Clooney.
oh, that asshole. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. That guy. That guy.
He's been
Yeah.
a topic of conversation
Yeah.
before.
That guy. That
What
guy.
about the shower scene for the water boy? Because I did that too.
All right. Back up.
Wait,
What? What?
The shower scene?
The
Really?
shower scene.
What shower scene in The Waterboy?
Oh,
Hang
you
on.
gotta watch it.
No, I've seen The Waterboy like 100
when
times.
Cameron Diaz came in
Did
the
you just
shower looking
leave?
for one of the players.
Wait, The Waterboy?
I think she's talking about Any Given Sunday.
I mean, any given Sunday.
There.
Any given Sunday.
Okay.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. Yeah.
Shower scene.
He's floating now. He's like on the ceiling and floating
Right.
down. Wait,
Oh
what?
my
There was a
God.
You
shower
don't-
scene in that
She
movie?
didn't understand what she just said and how it
No.
sounded in America.
Right.
What about the
Shower
shower scene?
scene.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You know,
Not at all.
I don't remember that. I love that movie. Right? That's
that's when they had the alligator. Remember they came in with the alligator?
Al
Yes.
Pacino, right?
Yeah.
Al Pacino's the
Yep.
coach.
Yep.
Cameron Diaz takes over the team because of her dad, right? Her dad dies, or it's her team, or I don't remember.
I can't remember. I haven't seen that one in a while.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie. The guy
Hey, TJ,
loses
get off
his
the shower
eye.
scene.
You guys remember that he loses his eye, like his eye pops out? That guy.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Jamie
that's
Foxx.
awful. Now I'm
Jamie
gonna
Foxx.
throw up.
LL Cool J. That's when they
Yeah.
got in that big fight.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
Because-
running back. Yeah,
Yep. And he
Yeah.
hit him like way too hard in the movies, and that's when they started like
that's right.
having that beef.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Great
That's
movie.
a good movie.
Great
I didn't know
movie.
there was a shower scene in that though.
Me neither. So I don't know.
Is that the
just
unrated
alligator.
version? Is that the version that I haven't seen? Is that
Stop
the
it, Dave. Don't
it's the
you
only
talk
fans
about
version,
it.
Dave.
Don't
the
you
only
talk
fans
about it.
version.
version?
Wait a minute.
Don't go for
Wait a minute. Was
popcorn.
that the extra director's cut that we missed? The extra. I mean,
Don't
listen,
you-
huh?
The
That's right.
second
That's the
disc,
director's
the
cut.
bonus disc.
There you go.
They tell the
There you
ladies
go.
don't go.
She's going on mute. I'm going
Okay.
in there.
Well, I mean, but no,
I'm
I
going
want to
in the
hear her
safe
now.
space.
Now I'm excited. Like now I
Right?
want to hear her. Right?
It's the OnlyFans version.
Would you
Oh,
stop?
fans, brother. Oh, man.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, we're going to have to draw this show to a close because apparently there is some hidden features that we
Oh,
didn't
man.
know about.
That movie's
It's
really
the
2 hours and
Waterboy
15 minutes
in
long.
any given Sunday? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because
It's awesome.
This is
You're on
great.
mute.
This is great.
I
On
know.
the eve of the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Right? Now I'm going to go
Muted.
watch
I'm
Any
loving
Given
this.
Sunday again.
Muted.
Yeah, any given Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Apparently, there's a lot of things giving in that movie that I didn't realize.
Oh my
because I've seen it before and I don't remember that.
Uh-oh.
We got to find that version.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to find that
I
version.
have the wrong version of that movie. That's what I can tell you right now. I have the wrong
movie sold. I can't. This is unbelievable.
Oh man, you got TJ coming out the hoodie. Oh
I
man,
can't.
He coming out
This
the
is
hoodie.
unbelievable.
version. It's getting too hot, man. He's listen. His temperature's up. That's what it is. TJ can't take it.
I can't. I don't think y'all understand how insane this is going.
So we also watched this weekend. We also watched The Program, which is one of my favorite movies. But we watched that. We watched that, Rudy, and The Replacements this weekend so far. It's all football weekend. But if you guys haven't seen The Program, that's as a Florida State fan, I know they did that movie about Florida State because they called it ESU, and I'm like, good dude, come on. Right. Okay.
Right.
The colors are red and gold, and you called it ESU. Let's come on. So, but highly recommend that. Christy Swanson, James Kane, and a bunch of other people. But yeah, good movie. Some of the guys that were in the Replacements, as a matter of fact, were in that movie. So,
Okay.
highly recommend if you guys haven't seen it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we don't see some deleted scenes in the process. Hopefully.
No.
No, that's the best part.
You know what's funny?
Would you stop?
Here's some trivia. Here's some trivia about that game. I saw it in the theater when I was 14 or 15 years old.
Okay.
And in the theater, there's a scene where the guys they go lay in the middle of the road, on the yellow stripes or whatever, and let traffic pass them by. And that's like a rite of passage to be a member of the football team or whatever. And they took that out. So you can't even see that anymore. They took it out of the version because of course, kids were doing that because that's stupid. And hey, that looks like fun. Let's go do that. So kids were doing that and they took it out of the version. So it's not even in the in any version that you can find now. But I think if you look it up on YouTube, folks, you can probably find that. But
don't
yeah.
give them ideas.
No, listen, it was ridiculous. I still remember seeing that in the theater. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. And and apparently other people walked out of that theater and thought something else. They're like, hey, let's go do that. Let's go lay in the middle of the road. But yeah, very good movie. If you guys haven't seen it though, I mean, that is about as true of a football movie as you'll ever see though. Really good.
Oh, well, hey, we're gonna have to check it out.
Definitely.
Hey, TJ, we're going to watch and do some reviews.
Uh-oh.
We'll do some reviews.
You got some explaining to do.
I like it.
Hey, Damon.
Yes.
Maybe.
Those pictures are on my phone.
Huh? Oh, they are?
I'm just gonna keep her muted. I'm just gonna keep her muted.
What pictures? Now I want to know. This is
No.
I gotta know now.
That's your job, man.
But she doesn't.
Funny
She
thing.
gotta speak
Here's
what
the
she
funny thing,
thinks.
Dave.
Because she's
I
not
have
saying.
her phone.
No.
Stop.
I have her phone.
Just stop.
Right.
Just stop.
I just can't get into it because I don't know the password.
She don't even She gotta. Just stop. Just stop.
Well, that's out the bag now, ladies and gentlemen. We now know. What do we know?
What did we learn?
Wait, hang on. Do we have pictures of Brooke Langdon? Because it changes everything.
Oh, here you go. I
No,
can't.
not that one.
Dave said, before I leave the basement, just let me know. Before I go.
Hey, Dave, on your part.
I'm trying to save him so that we could have a nice.
Listen, y'all got to subscribe to his podcast, Dave and Doc podcast. I'm telling you listen to them two. Them two are hilarious, okay? And especially, hey, Dave, I definitely, since I got you here, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah, please do. No, that's fine.
Yeah. And I'm just changing subject and gears.
No, you're perfectly
but,
fine. No, we talked about this on our podcast.
That was some total BS if he did that. Okay.
Well, I mean, pun intended there, right? Yeah, I mean that guy. Right. I mean, dude, listen. This is what I said on our podcast. I actually know people. I'm not one of these people, but I actually know 2 or 3 people that have money. And when I say have money, like, ridiculous levels of money, right?
Right.
Like, it's like, and they don't give me any of that. So, it is what it is. But, I still associate with these people. And I just wonder, like, at some point in time when you get to that level of money, when you're talking billions, because there's not a lot you can't buy, right?
Right.
Right. I mean, you can buy a sports team if you want to. You can buy, you think about Apple, right? I mean, Apple's worth trillions, right? I mean, they could buy a country at this point if they wanted to. Right. If a country was up for sale. I mean, I understand that, like, most countries are not up for sale. Hey, there's not a for sale sign in the middle of our country. But
hey,
it's like I'm the real estate agent for that. I get 10%. But like, when you get to that level of money, I just don't know when, like, the stupid button turns on, right? Like, I mean, like, because this guy. And again, I grew up a wrestling fan. I didn't even realize it was fake until I was like 13 years old, right? Okay. Right. So, like, I'm an idiot. So like, I didn't even know. So, like, I was a big WCW fan, which used to be the NWA. And then I was a WWF fan that became a WWE and all that stuff. And, like, Vince McMahon used to be a commentator, right? I didn't even know he was involved in the ownership of the company, right? And he was like, he was like Yokozuna, or whatever. And then, and all of a sudden you start hearing these stories, and, like, he's offering up this girl to, like, sleep with other wrestlers, like she's property. And then, and I mean, I don't know how deep you guys want to get on this podcast, but because, I mean, we got pretty deep on ours, but I mean, he's taking a crap on a girl's head in a threesome. Wow. Dude. What was wrong with you?
But I mean, facility is right down the street. Yeah. Florida. Anything goes in Florida, baby. Anything is. Right. The training facility is right down the street. And I can tell you, anything flies in Florida.
You sign your NDA, and it's just all done. But I mean, what? I mean, listen. I mean, what level of money do you have to get at where that's the thing? First of all, like, how does that come up in conversation? Hey, by the way, like, hey, something's getting ready to happen here. I'm just letting you know. It's just, I don't know. Like, we talked about it more in depth on our podcast than I want to do here, because I don't want to ruin your podcast like I did ours. so
I'm just waiting to eat my dinner.
I mean,
I gotta think.
It's awful.
This is what I thought. This is what I thought. When I heard him talking about that, it instantly took me to Family Guy when Peter was on the corner. He said, "Hey, you want a Cleveland steamer?" That's what it instantly took me to.
That's it. I love it. Here's my question for all you guys, though. When you heard the allegations against Vince McMahon, did it surprise any of you? Because it didn't me. No, me either. No. I'm like, yeah, that seems right. You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't think it's his fault, though.
You don't think it's his fault?
I don't think it's his fault.
I'm gonna just leave. He was constipated. Do you think it was?
I'm just gonna leave that there. You read between the lines. I don't think it was his fault.
Interesting.
So I mean, so you think somebody else, like, set him up, or you think someone else? So here's my question to you then:
If you have that much money,
that's true.
And somebody's like, "Hey, you could do this as long as you pay me this."
No, you're totally right. No, I 100% get that. And we talked about that on our podcast too. It's like, at some point in time, you have so much money that you could just make anything happen. But there's been so many other allegations against the guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
None of it surprised me. Like, when I heard him, like, oh, he took a crap on somebody's head. Okay, I get that. Okay, I see that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's already stepped down once, and then he came back. Mm-hmm. Now he's stepped down again. So, and again, how old is Vince McMahon? How old's Vince
There's
McMahon?
no-
70.
As
Isn't he
hell.
like 70?
73 right now. I
He
believe.
looks rough
yeah,
too,
like
man.
I'm saying 75, something like that.
I mean, if anybody ever wants to know what steroids does to the body,
yes.
take a look at Vince
Look
McMahon.
at him.
Because, whoo, listen, as you can tell, I do not do steroids. As you can tell.
Right.
In my 5'6" frame, I'm very tall. This chair is on level 4, just so I can be, tall enough for the camera. But
oh God!
I mean, but
Dave,
you could
come
just,
on, man.
you could just look at that guy. I mean, like that guy, like steroids did not, it didn't work well with him,
No.
And again, I grew up a wrestling fan, right? Like I'm a Sting fan, a Lex Luger fan who's in a wheelchair now,
Right.
and a huge Ric Flair fan, and like all these guys, and like I was such a big fan, and then Vince McMahon again. For years, I didn't even know he had any ownership in the WWF at the time because I mean he was a commentator, but apparently behind the scenes a lot was going on. And you're right though. Listen, I mean I get it. You tell somebody, hey, here's what I expect from you, and here's how much you're going to get paid, and they say, okay, I'm good with that. And then later they come back and say, well, no, that wasn't right. Well, it wasn't right, but you agreed to it. No, I 100% get what you're saying. 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm speculating. I'm gonna just put that out there.
No. She was probably paid well. I mean, I think they even said she was paid like $15 million to not,
What?
Because let me just tell you something. If you want to
TJ,
give
That
me,
rose
thinking
you
about
out your
it.
chair, didn't it?
if you want to pay me $15 million, there's a lot. I mean, okay,
Wait. Wait. Don't even finish that sentence.
15 million? Really? I mean, our podcast is doing well, but shit, 15 million? Really? Okay.
right.
I could do a lot with 15 million.
I mean, listen.
15 million, man.
So I got to take a shower and hate myself every day? Okay. 15 million? All right.
Oh, Mike. I didn't realize that was the.
So yeah, apparently he paid her $15 million in hush money. In hush money, that was apparently what it was. Yeah. So yeah,
and that was the big thing the first time.
Yeah,
that he was paying all this hush money, and the board of directors was upset about it. They was like, "You got to go." That's what the thing came out, and she was going to come and talk about it. And he was like, "Nope, I'll just go ahead and leave."
yeah,
that was a big scandal.
Because I don't want anybody to know this. Just so you guys know, like I've reached out to her like in 3 different ways to get her on my podcast because I want to talk to her, but she's not talking to anybody right now. So
she got 15 million reasons not to, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, right. Like, what have I got to offer? Hey, we got 34,000 subscribers, right? Like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I don't care.
Is she on your list?
No, she's not on my list.
Just making sure.
Oh, I was.
Well, and again, I think she's tainted. I think that's the problem. I think she's tainted now. I can't put her on my list. No, I can't put her on my list.
I think she's tainted. Yeah, she is. Big time.
She's tainted. I can't put her on my list. Carrie Underwood's not tainted yet. And Brooke Langton was in the replacement, so she's not tainted yet. So
you know what? This is what I'm going to do on the subject matter.
Waving a white flag.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to drop his pants for a second. I was getting nervous.
I'm right there.
I didn't know what was going on. Like, oh shit, it's happening.
Oh my god.
Because this right here.
Waving the white flag. You just wave it.
I just realized
we beat your submission on this one.
I just realized the background of this is the Baltimore Ravens like logo or whatever. Like I just realized
absolutely.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
That makes me a little sick to my stomach, but okay.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. You can throw up in your mouth and just swallow it again.
That's right. That's what I'm doing. That's what. Gatorade. It's the thirst quencher, right? So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
Goodness.
I can't. Oh my god. No.
Listen. Hey, listen. Hey, all bets are off. Hey, the game is tomorrow. Hey, all bets are off. Hey, we shooting everything.
Did you guys really not like predict the score? Am I the only person?
We will do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
No,
We'll do it tomorrow.
Seriously?
Just for Dave. Come on. Let's do it.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, for Dave. Come on.
Listen, I mean, come on. We're less than 24 hours. I mean, this time tomorrow will be probably at halftime, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Who's doing halftime?
Yeah, watching Usher.
Usher's doing halftime.
Yeah.
So Usher will be doing halftime.
Yeah.
So it'll be halftime this time. So I mean, here's what I'll ask you. Okay, you don't have to give me the final score. How about this? I'll do. Listen, I'm such a nice guest. I'm a guest on your show. You should just shut me up. You should just mute me and just kick me out. But like, so halftime score. What do you guys think the halftime score would be? How about that?
Okay,
you can do that.
Go ahead, Dave.
All right, I start that one.
All right,
I got the
go ahead.
49ers 24-7 over the Kansas City because I think
at halftime.
At halftime.
Wow.
No, at halftime. I got it.
Dude, listen, you're getting close to being on my list now. I mean, 24-7.
Yes,
I'm loving that.
I got the 49ers 24-7 at halftime.
Trolling.
I love it.
Trolling.
I'm not
trolling. Let him
Is he
get
trolling?
away.
No, I'm not.
Is he going to be like?
I'm not trolling.
Is he going to be
I'm not
48-24 Chiefs? Is that what he's going to predict tomorrow? Is that what's going to?
No.
So 24-7. You say so? You think the Niners get out early?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think they're going to get out early, and I think they feel as though if they need to get out early, same thing Green Bay did, right? Let's take the ball and let's just pound them into them. They're going to start on fire tomorrow, and they're going to keep that momentum up, and they just got to keep Kansas City down. So yeah, because again, if you only score
I'm good with that.
Yeah, if you only score 17 points, I'm giving y'all defense like they're going to weigh them out tomorrow.
If
24-7 half.
At any time if the Niners are up by more than 10, because apparently that's where our issue is with the Chiefs. If we could be up by more than 10 at one point in time, I feel good.
Yeah,
but
I got that.
24/7.
Yeah, halftime.
I love it. No, I love it. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, that's the gospel from now on. That's it. 24/7. It's done.
Yes, 24/7.
It's written on stone tablets. It's done.
Apparently, to the conspiracy theorists, yeah.
Through the whole season, haven't I been pretty much on the money with hitting these predictions a little bit? I've been pretty much
I even like that better. That's even better. Yeah. Listen to this man. He's a genius. 24/7 at halftime. Listen to this man.
24-7. All right. Let's.
Outrageous.
That is insanely outrageous. Thank you. Took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
I appreciate the pander to the 49ers fan here, but I will not allow such backhanded compliment to transpire on this show. I just refuse. It will not happen. Right?
For this, I will not stand. Right?
I'm giving him a hard time because you want to know what the halftime score was in the NFC Championship game? 24-7. You think you are not slick at all, sir? You are not slick at all. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Mine, I have. Oh boy. Give me Kansas City 14-10 going to halftime.
That's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Oh,
disgusting.
See, now I'm realistic. Now it's disgusting. You see what I mean?
It's disgusting.
I just think, man, it's going to be two big drives by Kansas City, where they have time possession. They're going to have a hard time. They're going to have an issue getting Mahomes off the field on 3rd and 4th down, even in some cases. And it's gonna be some Pacheco involved, man.
I gotta apologize to Joe Montana, who's behind here, just so you guys. I mean, you guys see him. Joe, I'm sorry. Joe, I'm sorry. Just stop listening for a second. Joe, Steve, Jerry, just stop listening for a second.
Just all the legends. It's fine.
Go ahead.
It's fine. But it's just it's one of those things where the Chiefs have this way of converting on third down, which I think is going to be really critical. In this
You
game.
are correct. That's a terrifying thing too. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how far they are. It could be 3rd and 10. It could be 3rd and 7.
You're 100% right.
3rd and 3. They are so good efficiently on converting on third down. And I think that's going to help them in the first half. So I'll give them 14-10. But please don't get me wrong. I think when we get to the second half, there will be a lot more chaos to transpire for sure.
I don't want chaos. I just want lots of points.
It's coming.
Listen,
it's coming.
The last 2 Super Bowls, the 49ers have won, right? Which was Super Bowl 24 and 29.
Yes.
At halftime, it wasn't even close. It was laughable, right? And they ended Super Bowl 29 at 49-26. They ended Super Bowl 24 at 55-10, which is still the biggest deficit in the history of Super Bowls and the most points ever scored in a Super Bowl. So that's what I need, right? Because listen, I'm 47 years old, guys. My heart can't take much more of this. All right, I'm just gonna be honest.
All right, man.
Yeah, I don't know what to, I mean, you guys are young men. Like, you can take this shit. I can't take this stuff anymore. So, like, I'm not kidding. In the Detroit game, my Apple Watch pinged me and said, "Holy shit, your heart rate's really high." I'm not kidding. And then it told me that the noise level was really loud. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm creating that. I'm creating both of these. Yeah. So, yeah, like I got a little nervous there, but yeah, I'm okay with the halftime deficit. Like I'm fine with that because I think the Niners are fine with that. But good Lord, by the time the fourth quarter starts, I need this game to be in hand, one way or the other. Honestly, like even if the Chiefs are winning, like okay, like I can start to move on with my life. But I got 3 kids, 2 older boys. One's 3, so he doesn't give a shit. But I got 2 older boys, like one that's 19 and one that's 12. And this is no joke. When they lost to the Chiefs in Super Bowl 54, my 12-year-old, who was then, I don't know, 12 minus 4. So
8? Okay.
Yeah, 7 or 8. He went to bed and like he cried himself to sleep. He was like, he was devastated. I'm like, I can't live through this again. That was worse. That was worse than me as a fan. So yeah, like my wife's like, well, you need to go talk with him. I'm like, well, I'm upset too. And she's like, well, you got to go talk to my good shit. All right, I'll go talk to him. So yeah, so I'm okay with a halftime deficit, but I need the Niners to win. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's all I needed.
I think the Niners are going to weigh him out. I do. I think the Niners are going to weigh him out.
I hope so.
I do.
I hope so. But
I'm not.
But
I just weigh him out.
I just so I'm hoping that you are predicting that, Damon. I hope you're predicting that with years and years of football knowledge, rather than just being a Ravens fan and just hating the Chiefs, because I hate the Chiefs too, right? Like, no, I get it.
Here's the thing. I don't hate the Chiefs.
Come on, guys. I'm already AFib.
I don't hate the Chiefs. I don't hate the Chiefs at all. I hate the Steelers.
No, I hate. I get you. I get you.
I don't hate the Chiefs at all.
Yeah, I get you.
We really can't knock them because they're the New England of this time. They are.
God,
they're the New England of this time right now.
I know it is. It's disgusting. Yeah, you're right.
You can't count them out. Even when you think they were down, they done found a way to come back. And so it's not hating on them or anything, but I just think the 49ers have the better team, and the better team's going to prevail. I do.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
They have the better squad. Because so again, with Valdez, me, paneling the ball scanty or just go through my hands, you can't. Okay, you got Rice, but hey, who's to say he's going?
I hope they line up off sides like 9 times.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. That's what I want. I just want them to line up
on
the
field. One time, just one time.
Who's doing the field? The Chiefs grounds crew or the 49ers?
Don't you go there.
Oh, really? You gotta go there.
I think it's who's actually like working the field, so I think it's the Raiders. It's the Raiders ground crew.
Okay.
I don't know that, but I think that's what I heard. It was the Raiders ground crew that's doing it because they're they're moving the field in because it's an actual grass field. They're going to move that in. Better than the Niners got, where they had they threw sod on top of turf, 9 days before they got there. It's like, yeah, here you go, guys. Thanks. That's great. That's great.
Oh,
yeah. We've had a history of, MCLs, ACLs, your CLs, ECLs, all the CLs.
ECLs.
But let's put you guys on a damn sponge and let you guys run around.
In the immortal words of Andy Reid in that commercial, great googly moogly.
Great googly moogly. Yeah, you're right.
Great googly moogly.
Yeah. Like great googly moogly.
Great googly moogly.
And how about Kyle Shanahan for just saying, you know what, we'll deal. It's fine. Whatever. And I think they put it as a chip on their shoulder, and they're like, you know what, the NFL's screwing us. Because again, you guys are got to remember, like, they started sending people out because the Niners didn't know if they were going to be in the Super Bowl, right? But like they started when they got in the playoffs, they're like, hey, we're the number 1 seed. They started sending people out, and like the field wasn't ready. And so then they went against Detroit, and they sent somebody out the day after, and the field still wasn't ready because they knew the Chiefs would take the Raiders facility, right? I mean, the Chiefs had the option. So, I mean, that's what you do. You stay there, and that's, you take that facility. So, immediately the Niners are like, really? It's not even ready for us to test. And then, of course, Roger Goodell is like, oh, yeah, we've had 19 people go, and it seems just fine. It's like, no, screw you, buddy. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Politics
at its best.
Yeah. I mean, this guy.
Politics at its best.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I stepped on it. It was fine. Yeah. You can step on a lot of things. But when you're an athlete, which I am not, and you run fast, which I cannot, and you have
to stop on a dime.
Yeah, I mean, and particularly the way the Niners
cannot.
Right. No, once I get going, I'm done. Right. I mean, that's like I'm going. I can't stop. But yeah, I mean, like, and again, Kyle Shanahan's offense is all about like, hey, you're hitting this hash mark and cutting. Right. It's a very physical offense, and it's a very, precision driven offense. So when you're on a field that feels like a sponge, which is what they said, that I was terrified this week that like somebody was going to come out with,
somebody was going to get hurt.
Yeah. I was waiting for them to say, well, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy are all out. I'm like, oh, awesome. Well, then I'll just get drunk and sleep through this game. But, luckily it looks like everybody's healthy. It's as healthy as the Niners have been in a long time. So
yeah,
it's good to see. But, I also hate the Chiefs. So I can't stand them winning any games. And the Taylor Swift thing even makes me madder. So I'm just
Dave, all jokes aside, my son already resuscitated me one time.
Say it again. What was that? Again.
I say, all jokes aside, my son had to resuscitate me when I came down to Florida.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Let me translate.
He has the mute look right on his face.
Let me translate because she doesn't add enough context. She doesn't want to have to go through the heartache of a game that's too close. So I think that's what she means.
So she's talking about Super Bowl. So she's talking about 54, right? In Miami. Is that what she's saying?
I don't know what she's referring to.
I'm talking about Kansas City winning. I'm talking about Kansas City winning.
Your guess is as good as mine. We're going to go with yours, Dave. How about that?
Okay, that's fine. That's awesome.
You don't even need to go that far. You can go back to last year. It was back and forth as back and forth can get.
Yeah, last year was a great game. I would rather see a game like that.
Oh, no. What's wrong with you? No, we don't want to see that kind of game. No.
Everything.
We want to see a blowout by the 49ers. That's what we want to see. You guys are trying. You are actively trying to kill me. All of you guys. No. I need a halftime score to be 48-0. That's what I need it to be. And I just need a bunch of Cialis and whatever commercials in the second half. That's what I need. That's what I need. I don't need any of this mess. I don't need any of this mess. I need the Niners to win by multiple scores. That's what I need.
I'll share my medication with you. How about that?
I might need it. I might need it.
It's not Cialis.
It's okay. I'll take whatever. No. Listen.
You are a gremlin. It's Kodak Black.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna take. No, I have a prescription. His name is Glenlivet. He's in a bottle, and I'm gonna have some of that before the game, just to try to calm down. But yeah, I actually took Friday off from work, and I'm taking Monday off from work too.
Oh, there you go.
oh yeah.
And my
We're gonna be back here Monday. We're gonna be back on live on Monday.
listen, I mean, it's hilarious because
the winners,
or the
losers,
lowlights.
Everybody is invited.
The low lights.
I don't want any lowlights. I mean, if you think about the history of the NFL, this is so. I was talking about this on our podcast this morning. Just to get philosophical here for a second, but I mean, you go back to Bill Walsh and the offense that he created, and like how precise it was, right? Like, I want you to go 3 yards, stop, and go this way, or whatever, and then you have Mike Holmgren coming along, in that same offense, and then you have Andy Reid, which is a part of that too. So for Andy Reid and the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, to me, it's just sacrilegious. It's a 49ers Super Bowl. It's the 49ers need to win, and it's their offense, and it's Kyle Shanahan, who is the son of Mike Shanahan, who was the offensive coordinator for the 49ers. Before he went to Denver, and was mad because Steve Young only threw 6 touchdowns in Super Bowl 29. He was mad because he had 8. He thought he thought Steve Young would throw 8 touchdowns in that game. So I'm like, with the lineage here, come on. I need a 6th Lombardi here because I can't have the Steelers and the Patriots holding that shit over my head. It's ridiculous. Let's just be honest here. I need 6. So,
Okay.
And it's hard to get to the Super Bowl, right? I mean, like the Niners,
Yes,
you saw like last year, it looked like the Niners were going there with like Brock Purdy, and it's like, oh my God, he's awesome or whatever. And, and then he gets, the tendon torn, like, in the first quarter, and like, that's the end of the game. And it's like, well, crap, we don't know what would have happened there. It was a good Chiefs team too, but it was a really good Eagles team too. I actually thought the Eagles would win that game. Going into that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm ready for all the crap to stop with this Taylor Swift junk and Travis Kelce.
You ain't the only one.
I'm ready for all this stuff they need to just shake it off and walk away in style.
Right.
They walk away in style. Waka waka. And I need the Niners to just win the game and be done with this. And I don't care who the MVP is. It can be Brock Purdy. It can be me. Listen, they can give the MVP to me. That's fine. I don't care. Whoever gets the MVP is fine. I just need the Niners to win the game.
All right, I got you. But either way, Tuesday or Wednesday or next week, someone's going to have a parade. Either it's going to be in Santa Clara or either it's going to be in Kansas City. One of the two.
Nobody wants to go to a parade in Kansas City. Who wants to go to Kansas City to begin with, let alone go see a parade? Nobody wants to go there. No, it's awful.
Oh, my God.
Branson,
Dave,
Missouri.
here's a bet for you.
Branson, Missouri, sure. Everybody wants to go to Branson, Missouri because it's the I live in Knoxville, so that's the Pigeon Forge of Missouri, right? So so Branson, Missouri. Everybody wants to go there. Nobody wants to go to Kansas City. Kansas City. What's going on there?
Here's a bet for you, Dave.
What's that?
Here's a bet for you.
All right.
Okay, if Kansas City wins, you have to put me on your list, and my real name is Madonna, so you don't have to worry about being tainted.
Oh, I got to put you on my list. Your name's Madonna? Okay, listen. If your name's Madonna, I mean, like, it's hard not to put you on my list at that point.
Right. There you go.
You might just be on there anyway. You might just be on there anyway. I don't know. I mean, you're coming at me with the name Madonna. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Say no? Come on.
I'm supposed to just say no. Don't put a gun to my head.
See, you got Damon, my nephew, and now you got my son Vaughn.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Everybody's just leaving. I love it. Like, is this?
This damn show ain't got no damn commercials, man. We need a commercial.
Oh,
break.
man. Right? This is awesome.
Brought to you by State Farm.
Brought to you by, Hey, that was the tea.
We need some sponsorship in here.
There you go. Brought to you by State Farm.
Oh, my God.
You have
Like a
got
good neighbor.
to be kidding me. There is no possible way this is going on right now. Okay. All right.
All right, guys.
You know something? We have definitely had some highs on this show tonight.
Did you?
We
Right?
have
We have.
Madonna.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You got me. You got me.
But she's not joking. It's Madonna.
Yeah, so hang on. So your real name is actually Madonna. Is that
Yes.
what you're saying? Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I thought we were okay.
Okay. Awesome.
Joke's on you.
That's her real name.
Choke is on me. Oh, no.
I've never met a Madonna.
Hey, I'm the first.
You are. I've never met a Madonna.
Okay. I'm on your list now. I'm
Right.
calling it. I'm calling it already.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've got room on the list. It's fine. Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
All right now. And I just moved to Florida, so I'm gonna have to kind of like check in a couple of them things you're talking about, and then let you know.
Yeah. Well, first thing, if you just moved to Florida, you need to become a Florida State fan, right?
I know, right?
That's the first thing. You got to become a
Okay.
Seminoles fan.
What?
Okay.
We're recruiting? We're
Yes,
recruiting
absolutely,
already?
100%.
Recruitment here.
Hey, always be closing, man. Always be closing. Listen.
Oh my God. Giving her requirements to be on the list.
Yeah, listen.
It's a requirement.
Well, no, this will put her up on the list, right? Because you gotta believe Carrie Underwood's probably a flipping, I don't know. She's probably a Cowboys
She's fan
fan
too.
or a Tennessee Titans team, Tennessee Titans fan. So
Okay. Oh God.
one or the other.
I got you.
I cannot,
Okay.
I cannot believe this. This is happening.
Why not? Why can't you believe it?
This is happening. This is happening. A lady named
Oh, yeah.
Madonna is trying to be on the list, a very special list
Yes.
that is getting this man in so much trouble when this show is over.
Hey, I'm VIP all the way around. I'm VIP. Why?
Oh, there it is. Right
why
there
are
it
we
is.
treated any
Right
different
there it
now?
is.
I don't like
There it
that acronym. That could go so many different ways.
Why change now?
I don't like that acronym.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Oh God.
Oh my
I'm trying to eat my payway because we don't have no
Dave.
damn commercials.
Dave, I'm sorry, man. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. No, actually, not apologizing to you, because I tried to stop you, and you are raising the stakes. Dave's wife, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I tried.
Listen, I'm telling you right now,
Dave wife.
if she's
I
watching,
apologize.
if she's watching right now, her eyes are just rolling like whatever.
Tell
He's
her
gonna.
it's all in good
So
hands.
sorry.
So
man.
my wife would tell you that my wife would say she was like he's contractually obligated to me at this point. So doesn't matter.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you know what you got, ain't no reason to get upset.
Right?
If you know what you got
that's
at home, it's all in good fun.
yeah.
That's it.
She's
That's right.
So yeah.
Oh God.
I always
I
joke
look
with her.
forward to her being on the podcast soon.
I always joke with her and I say, "Hey, we got 3 kids. If we ever split up, you can have them." And she always says, "No, they're yours."
Oh, you trying to pull a Tom Brady?
Oh, God.
Tom Brady, that asshole. Oh God, that guy. You talk
Oh,
about
my
somebody that I
goodness.
could go the rest of my life without seeing is Tom Brady.
Oh, my
If he moved to another, let's say like we finally decided we were going to go to Mars, right? As a country, right? Hey, we're going to go to Mars. We're going to pick 20 people to go to Mars, and he was on that list, and I never had to see him again. I would have a party. I don't want to see him ever again.
Everybody.
No, the day they started comparing him to Joe Montana was the day I'm like, oh no, you're done now. Nope, that's the end of that. Nope.
Wow.
But wait a minute. He's taking Greg Olson's spot in the analyst.
I mean, is he gonna do that for sure? I mean, I know
Wow.
he's coming to Fox.
They paid them the
Mhm.
bag.
But is he taking Greg Olson's spot though?
Yes,
that's the plan.
I love Greg
Greg
Olson. He's a
spot.
great commentator.
And I like Greg Olson. I like Greg Olson.
I like Greg.
Wow.
Guys, I'll be honest with you. I'd rather Cliff from the homeless shelter. I'd rather hear him than Tom Brady. Are you serious? Because I'm a Niners fan, right? So I watch a lot of NFC games. Yeah. And I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to deal with him every. Good God,
American Game of the Week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not America's Game of the Week because you're on it.
This.
Yeah, is there room for me to be a Ravens fan? Can I jump ship?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do it now, but maybe. I don't know.
Come on, anytime.
He's really taken over for Greg. That's a done deal.
Yes,
that's a done deal.
Yes, done deal. Me and
Guys,
TJ were talking
that's
about this a couple
disgusting.
weeks ago.
That's disgusting.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking about this. He was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah."
That's
Greg
disgusting.
Olson got like 15 kids.
Brady probably does by now. He's been divorced for a whole year.
Yeah,
right.
Might be right.
That's what he does. He knocks people up and walks away from them. Ask Kate Beckinsale. But
shots fired.
I don't like Tom Brady. But again, I was fine with Tom Brady until they started comparing him to Joe Montana. And I'm like, that's not no. Joe's Joe, and you're not. But what I'll say is I actually like Greg Olson. I thought he's done a good job the last couple of years.
Great.
Yes, great job.
And can you guys? Do you guys really think Tom Brady will be good at that? Really?
It'll be
I think it's
man.
I think it's a Taylor Swift stunt. Oh, it's Tom Brady. Everybody's going to get the views.
I'm sorry, man.
You know something?
We had the same question
when
about
Tony
Romo.
When Tony Romo came into it, I had my skepticism, but Tony can call a game.
That's true.
He can call a game.
He calls it like a quarterback seeing the game, right? You're right. You're right. But Brady's an idiot, though.
But I gotta
Brady's
go to
an
TJ's
idiot.
favorite guy. I gotta go to TJ's favorite guy, and the worst person to ever call a game ever
Don't you go
is Jason
there.
Garrett. Yes.
Oh
Jason
God, Jason Garrett. Oh my God. Listen, Jason Garrett was terrible. That was the downfall of Monday Night Football. They were like, those producers are like, good God, we had Al Michaels and John Madden at one point, and now here's where we are. Right. And Gruden leaves and goes and coaches the Raiders and then get kicked out of the country or whatever it happens. And then they get Jason Garrett and it's like, God, this is terrible. And they have Booger McFarland and it's the whole thing's God, it was awful.
Can nothing be as worse as Bill Walton calling the NBA game.
So that's true. That's true.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, listen, just so you guys know I'm true to my word here. When Joe Montana retired and he joined NBC and he didn't call games, but he was in the, whatever that pregame show or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. He was terrible. Joe was awful at that. It's because some people just aren't good at that. I used to do that job for a living, right? I used to do play-by-play on radio and I did football and just not everybody's good at that. I wasn't good at it. But people just were. People just, and I just can't see Tom Brady because he's just an arrogant asshole. I just can't. Who's going to listen to that guy? Greg Olson's done a great job. So does this mean Greg Olson's going to go work with somebody else?
We don't know.
We haven't figured that out.
No,
because they always do their A team and their B team and their C team and all that shit.
Right.
So they're saying Kevin Burkhardt is their number one guy. I'm sorry if you guys already talked about this, but I'm hearing this for the first time. So you guys are getting my instant reaction. So Kevin Burkhardt is going to be the number one guy, and you're going to put that jackass Tom Brady with him. Oh, for God's sakes!
Yeah,
that is the least personable. Right. That is the least personable person in the world. He just is. Here's what I'll say. Rob Gronkowski, I can't stand that guy, but he's personable.
Oh, he's funny. Very personable.
He's funny, right? I get that. But Tom Brady, that dude would like push people away, like kids in wheelchairs trying to get autographs from him. He was like, yeah, go roll off. I don't want to, no. So, I mean, like, you know, no, thank you. Good God. What the hell?
Right.
I'm so sorry, Brady. I'm sorry, man.
Not me. No, listen.
Jeez.
You were fine until people started comparing you to Joe Montana. Then I was done with you. But like, he just doesn't seem like a nice guy. He just seems like a jackass. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I mean, the women that he's knocked up and left, they probably know him better than me.
Oh wow!
Hey-o!
Pow, pow, shots fired.
I missed out on that one.
Wait. I got this one. Hey, you heard it here first from all the. I got it.
It just seems like a terrible. It just seems like a terrible idea. I mean, Greg Olson's good, right? I mean, he's not bad. I mean, they can't replace Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. They're amazing, right?
Like
they're awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, because Troy knows his shit, and Troy is, Troy's likable. And Joe Buck is, I mean, he comes from the lineage, right? I mean, his dad was amazing, and Joe Buck is good. But I mean, and Al Michaels is kind of on the top of everybody, in my opinion. Again, from an old broadcaster like me,
Bob Costas
is great. Mike Tirico's really good too, and Chris Collinsworth. Chris Collinsworth is really good. So I mean, there's a lot of good commentators out there. But like, would you tell me, like, of all the retired NFL players, and it's like you say Tom Brady, I'm like, no, that's a stupid idea. Like, it just seems dumb to me.
But remember, they gave him a contract the first time he said he retired.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
and
that's true.
He said, well, I want to play again. And they held the spot for him.
Oh, wow.
Held it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a big time deal, too.
But like,
5 years.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'd heard, but I had no idea he was going to replace Greg Olson, though. I thought they would just like give him to somebody else, like Marv Levy's
Jimmy
kid.
Johnson on the pregame show.
Yeah, like who's Marv Levy's kid? Whatever.
Steve Levy?
Yeah, something like Steve or whatever. I don't know. He looks weird. But like the Marv Levy's kid, one of Marv Levy's kids, who are really good, right? It's like, okay, and then put him as like the B. But like, again, if the 49ers win a Super Bowl, here's what I know. Good God, this is awful. If the Niners win the Super Bowl, that means that they're going to be always like the NFC's #1 game every week next year, right? Unless they start sucking or something. So that means I'm going to have to listen to that asshole.
Here you go, Dave. Here's a prediction for you.
Oh, there it is. 33-17. Oh, listen. Hey, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Because Mike, I just found out when he tuned in a couple of weeks ago, he's a 49ers fan. So.
Oh, well, good. Well, listen, I'm glad that there's some logical thinking people that listen. So good for him for being a Niners fan. And I like that score, 33-17. It's still a little too close for me. But I can handle that. I can handle that.
You can handle that?
I can handle that. But again, I'm still tore up about that. You guys have ruined my night with this Tom Brady shit.
It's his fault.
This was weeks ago they said this.
I didn't know he was going to replace Greg. I knew he was going with Fox, right? Like, I'd heard that.
Right.
That was 2 years ago that he signed with him.
But I didn't know that they were going to replace Greg Olson with him. So where's Greg Olson going? Like, back to the...
Did I screenshot it? TJ, did I screenshot it and send it to you when I saw it, or did I tell you about it?
Wow.
You asked me about it, and I confirmed it for you. Because you didn't even know if it was a thing.
Is Greg Olson going like to the porn industry or something? Is he like just dropping out of commentary? He's just gonna. He's just. Is that where he's going?
What?
he's gonna star in the next major porn movie. I mean, because Greg Olson isn't great, but I've he's grown on me a little bit, right? But no, I mean, guys, I hate Tom Brady.
He can break things down. He can break things down.
He can break the plays down.
I love his play call. And like, hey, he's like, and he'll even back stuff. He said, "Well, why didn't they do this?"
Listen,
this guy's open. Yeah.
But can you guys honestly? I mean, you guys tell me, right? Like, listen, I hate Tom Brady for all kinds of reasons, but you guys tell me. Maybe I'm being ridiculous. Do you want to listen to this guy? I mean, commentate game. Really? You want to hear him?
I'm interested.
I'll buy in for a week.
I'm interested.
For a week.
I say let's hear how he calls the game. And then after that, we'd be like, okay.
He's gonna be
We'll
a
find out.
jackass. He's gonna be a
anything like
jackass
Bill
because he
Walton.
is a jackass.
Well,
He's just a jackass.
He's gonna make another movie, guys.
He gonna make another movie.
Listen, I would rather him go to Hollywood and make some movies. You know, maybe he can go to the porn industry. That'd be fine. and so Greg Olson can stay in the NFL.
Come back.
I don't know. Like this is I don't know what to say. Like this is terrible. I knew he was going to work for Fox. Like I knew that was a thing.
Yeah.
And I knew he was like taking a year off so he can get prettier or whatever. and so now this asshole is actually taking Greg Olson's job. It's like, oh my God.
Taking a spot.
Poor Greg Olson. How do you have that conversation with one of your employees? Hey man, you've done a great job. I appreciate it, but pretty boy's coming to take your take your job.
Hey David, I just need a brown bag when he does.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
For the new industry, I just need a brown bag.
I'm with you 100%.
Okay.
Listen, I hate me some Tom Brady. I hate Tom Brady. I hate him. I hate Tom Brady. I do not want to listen to that. He's just a jackass. I mean, who wants to listen to that? I mean, nobody cares. Oh my God.
Well,
this is
I got
awful.
7 rings, and I would have did this on this play. And,
Exactly. And I'm going to be throwing up. I'm going to be throwing up every game. It's like, dude, just shut up. I mean, it's like it's the same as when Gene Steratore talks on CBS, which I know we're gonna have to deal with tomorrow, right? When they bring in Gene Steratore, that guy, it's like, dude, I don't want to hear you. Like, just don't bring in Gene Steratore.
No, wait, I actually like Gene.
I can't take Gene.
Steratore.
I can take.
Gene's not bad.
I can take the other guys.
Bad.
Who's the
It's
guys for
other guy.
Fox?
What's the other guy? The other guy be like, nah, man, no.
Who's the guy
I
for?
am evil.
There's a guy for Fox that's pretty good, like Blandino or whatever.
Dean Blandino. Yeah.
Yeah, Dean
Oh,
Blandino,
yeah.
and then for NBC, there's another guy. But like Gene Steratore, here's my. You guys want to hear an impression of Gene Steratore?
Go for it.
You guys want to? Here you go. You guys will never have me on this podcast again. So here we go. So it's like, oh, looks like that pass was incomplete. They're going to review this. Let's go to Gene Steratore. Yeah, Jim, it looks like that pass was incomplete. Thanks, Gene Steratore. Thanks for your infinite wisdom, you moron. It's like, God, for God's sake.
He's not even watching the game.
No, he's not. No,
he's
no. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right because I feel like he does. I don't think he's ever watched a game in his life.
It's a good 5-second delay before Gene comes in.
Gene is drinking whiskey on a beach somewhere, and that dude is like pulling up a walkie-talkie or something. Yeah. That looks. Yeah, I agree with you guys. That's yeah. If I was gonna make this call, that's incomplete. It's like, well, shit, Gene. The ball didn't hit his hands. It hit the ground. It never touched him. So yeah, it's probably incomplete.
Oh my God.
Gene's probably out there with McMahon. Like,
Yeah, he is.
McMahon,
He is. He's got a foursome going with McMahon. You're right.
Y'all making my chest hurt.
See, DJ.
I'm here.
No. You gotta look at the screen. Look who made it. At 2 hours and 43 minutes in.
Oh, that's right. She's still pulling for the Chiefs. She hasn't like come to her senses
Brown
yet.
bag is not coming off.
For God's sakes.
I know what you're talking about. I was gonna ask you where
Brown
she was
bag is
at.
not coming off.
There she goes.
Listen. We know you like Taylor Swift. Like, I get it, right? But like, come on. We're done with the Chiefs. We're all done with the Chiefs.
No, not yet, Dave.
We're done with the Chiefs.
We're
Dave,
done.
not yet. Don't make my chest hurt.
Just shake it off.
Why did these Taylor Swift references?
Oh, here we got a question. So don't mean to skip the subject, but how do you feel about the same officials from 4 years ago? You know how I feel about the officials, but hey, whoever wants to chime in first.
outside of the pass interference call, the offensive pass interference call against Kittle at the end of the first half. I don't think it was a terrible game as far as the way it was called. I mean, there were some things I would probably change. I don't think that was offensive pass interference from Kittle. And again, I also say that because that might have been that might have been the way the Niners would have won that game, because I think they would have scored there. But yeah, I don't know. Officiating this year as a whole, and that this is from college football and professional football, has not been great, right? Like, I mean, it's been pretty bad. So, I don't know. It is what it is.
Since I've been talking about officiating today, see TJ's reaction, right? Because he's like, why? Why are we doing this? Because why not? We know these officials are horrible. And before you came in, Dave, we was talking about remember the replacement refs was in?
Oh, God, that was right.
Do y'all really want to go back to
They had Gene Steratore out there or something. I mean, it was awful. God's sakes.
Do you really want to go back to 2015 again? Because we can definitely do that. I mean, my God. Let it go. I swear. Name me a year, a whole season's worth, where we were like, you know what? The refs did a pretty good job this year.
1994. It was the last year the Niners won the Super Bowl. I'm throwing that year out there.
Of course.
I have no idea. Like, I have no statistics there. I just throw that out there.
Point exactly. There has been one season where we've looked back at the season and when the season was over and we was like, you know what? The refs did a pretty good job this year. No, the refs will always be reffing. The refs be reffing. It's a thing. Okay?
So I was just talking to our podcast today. We did ESPN did a ranking of all the top of all the teams that have won a Super Bowl, right? Like all 57 winners, and they ranked them like 57-1.
Yep.
And we got to the Pittsburgh Steelers when they won in, what was that, 2005, or they beat the Seahawks. I can't remember. Super Bowl 40. Yeah. And they won it in Ford Field, and Jerome Bettis, that's where he's from, and all this stuff. And we were talking about the officiating, and it's like, that's the one Super Bowl where the dude came out 3 years later and said, yeah, I screwed this up. I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, the Seahawks probably should have won because I screwed this up royally. And I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I've coached football for years, so like I've seen it like, on the field level, and we've all played and everything, but like I get it. Sometimes it's a tough job, but like sometimes I'm like, what are you looking at? Like, I don't understand. Like, here's my understanding of the rule, which is actually written down. Is actually the rule. And here's, for some reason, your interpretation. But let's go to Gene Steratore to get his interpretation of it.
Yeah, it was a bad call.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It was a bad call.
Come on, man. I mean, like, I feel like we've been having the conversation with officials since the beginning of time.
It's never going away. I mean, you're right.
No, you're right.
So my case in point is it's very hard to factor into officials if it's a blowout. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I've said that.
It's very hard.
Or the ball is improperly inflated.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Tom Brady.
Or we can Jim Harbaugh you and steal your signals. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, right.
I mean, it's just like it doesn't change anything. Again, do y'all really want to go back to 2015 and replacement refs? Is that what y'all want to do? If that's what everybody wants to complain about, if everybody wants to complain about this year's refs, okay, fine. Let's bring out the 2015 replacement refs and have them in this Super Bowl and watch how that thing turns out. I promise you, the moment somebody even remotely breathes, it's a flag. Y'all really want to do this? Y'all
Wait.
really want to do this?
If we're talking about
Really?
replacements, is Brooke Langton a part of this? I'm just asking. Because if she is,
Come
then
on,
I'm in.
man.
I'm in.
My guy.
Come on, man. Stop it.
My
Stop
guy.
You're not wrong. Listen, that was terrible. I mean, that was absolutely. It was hideous, and like it was only for like what 3 weeks, maybe
5 weeks. Yeah.
Was it 5 weeks? Yeah. So it wasn't a lot, but you're right. I mean, there was definitely a difference in what we saw. I mean, like it was just stuff that was like it's like he didn't just hold him; he pulled his jersey over top of his head. Like that's a whole.
Right.
Like no, I didn't see anything. It's like, dude,
You
come
didn't see
on,
that?
come on. He pulled his helmet off. You know, he did a Myles Garrett. He like pulled the guy's helmet off and threw it at him. Yeah. So I mean, Gene Steratore was probably in charge then. But you know, you're right. I mean, that was terrible. I mean, that was terrible. So I don't know. I mean, the officials from 4 years ago. I don't remember that being a terribly called or officiated game. I don't remember that. Again, I only watched it once. Just so you guys know, I've watched every other Super Bowl except for that one and Super Bowl 47 probably 4 or 5 times. I mean, every Super Bowl. But I won't watch those two ever again. One time is enough.
Never again.
Nope. Niners lost both of them. I don't want to see it. So, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Listen, if the officials are going to cheat and be terrible, I hope they call everything against Kansas City. I don't care. I'll take it anyway I get it. I don't care.
Oh, watch Pat Mahomes go crazy.
Kill me, why don't you? Kill
Right.
me. Go ahead, kill me. Kill me, why don't you?
I'm just hoping like they just call him for intentional grounding before he even snaps the ball. I don't care. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. As long as it's one-sided, I could care less. I don't care. I need Lombardi number 6 in the trophy shelf. That's what I need. So I've got room up here. I need to put like one more, Sports Illustrated cover up here because that's what I have. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but like I have every cover from every 49ers Super Bowl win.
Wow.
Up here.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So another one would be nice. So just throwing that out there. So
I ain't mad at you.
Just
It is all good.
Just
It
leave,
is
just
all
leave
good.
the refs out of here, man. Leave the refs out of here. Leave the refs
It
out
is
of
all
here.
good.
If I hear anything about
Well,
the
I
refs
tell
one
you
more
what.
time, this bag is going over my head. So
keep that for
Not
Travis
much.
Kelce. Travis Kelce can put that bag over his head, or Tom Brady next year. For God's sakes, now I don't even want to watch football next year.
He's pissed. He's pissed. That's
This is
genuine
awful.
piss.
God, I don't want to listen to that jackass. Oh God. Well, with my 7 Super Bowl rings, Gene, blah blah blah.
Oh,
I don't
my
care.
goodness. Oh my
You mean to tell me you
goodness.
don't follow his podcast?
Does he
No.
have a podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has one with Larry Fitzgerald.
Is it called Shitty McShitterson and whatever else? Listen, I didn't know he had a podcast, and I wouldn't listen to it anyway.
Oh,
I would have him
goodness.
on my podcast though, just so I could say, "Listen, you really think you're better than Joe Montana? Really? Do you really think that?" It'd be a short interview. I'm sure he would cancel the interview, but that'd be okay. I wouldn't care. I don't care. We've talked to some pretty famous people, but Tom Brady's not on my list. And again,
I hear you.
he grew up a Niners fan, right? Like, I mean, he was a big Joe Montana fan and all this stuff. And then just again, I know some people who work in the media there in New England, and just hearing like the way he handles people in general, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't like this guy. And then when someone said he's better than Joe Montana, that was the end of that. I'm like, oh well, no. Now you're
That's when you just ended that one. Huh?
no, that's right. You're on the other list that I have. I have 2 lists, right? So he's on the other list now. So no Tom Brady. Joe Montana is the greatest that ever played. I'm sorry, Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. Joe played when you can actually hit quarterbacks, right? Like, right? I mean, it's like Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw's always
I was
a
going to
good.
say, why is nobody talking about TB? Well,
Terry
Bradshaw.
Listen,
Let me know.
I love me some Terry Bradshaw. Guy won 4 Super Bowls, lost most of his teeth. I mean, seriously, he did. He lost most of his teeth.
Right.
He got the shit knocked out of him all the time. And I mean, he even got the shit knocked out of him in practice because that defense was so good. Like they hit him in practice. Right. And those were the days where you could just hit the quarterback and the quarterback got hit every play, right? You throw the ball, quarterback still gets hit, right? I mean, it's just you know, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4, quarterback still hitting the ground. And you know, and then again, now we're talking, you know, Tom Brady gets hurt and then, you know, we change all the rules and whatever. But sorry, you guys hit a sore subject when you talked about Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about Tom Brady now, that asshole. I'll stop talking about him. Yeah.
Dame, it's your fault, man. You
not my fault.
The wrong tree, man.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Somebody brought him up. I don't know. And then you just got to stop me.
It's never your fault. See?
No, it's never my fault.
This is why, like, when I start doing this on my own podcast, Doc just shakes his head and he's like, Dave, let's just move on. Let's move on. We know how you feel. I'm like, okay, you're right. Okay. So. God.
Listen, this is what the show is all about. You say what you feel.
Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. Can you imagine that shit next year? Good God. Who wants to listen to that?
I'm just curious to see where Greg Olson's going to go. That's what I'm curious.
It's the porn industry. He's straight in the porn industry. God. That's where he's going. He's straight in the porn industry. That's where he's going. He's got an OnlyFans site right now. No, I don't know because like they're pretty full broadcasting wise, right? Like I mean, like they have other teams, so
they're gonna have like a switch up like ESPN,
unless they're going to have him go down to the field.
Oh God, do you remember when Monday Night Football did that with Booger McFarland? They put him in like that lift. Do you guys remember this? They put him in like this little lift, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
2019.
Oh, it was terrible. It's like, what are you doing? You've got Jason Garrett talking to Booger McFarland in like a glass box. It's like, what are you doing? This is terrible.
Booger McFarland's best commentators when the Ravens played the Rams, and he said, "Oh, the Rams are playing like Melrose Place. The Ravens are playing like The Wire."
Right.
That was the best.
Booger was hilarious. He was absolutely hilarious. But it's just like I don't know. I mean, when Gruden left, I mean, it just that broadcast just went, to crap. And then Tirico left, Tirico left first, and then Gruden went to go coach the Raiders before he got kicked out of the NFL. So
blame ESPN. All I gotta say,
I blame everything on ESPN. Let me just tell you right now.
Everything.
I hate. Listen,
everything.
If I have a bad Christmas, it's ESPN's fault. That's how I operate. I hate ESPN. I hate everything about them.
Oh my God.
Everything about ESPN.
Oh my God.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, if someone said, Dave, can you summarize the podcast that you have? Sure. We've had 70 episodes. About 50 of them are about me just complaining about ESPN. That's about it, right? 35,000 subscribers, and we hate ESPN.
So on your list, on your second list, it's Tom Brady, Bob Iger, Gene
Steratore, right?
3 for 3.
And Travis Kelce might be on that list too. He might be getting there. I don't know. I think he's just.
He ain't invited to the cookout.
Cool, but Travis.
He just seems arrogant to me. I don't know. And again, listen, if I was as talented as him and I was playing the field, professionally and personally like he is, Waka Waka, think about that for a second.
Hey.
I mean, he's playing both fields really well. I mean, I might be arrogant too. I don't know. I mean, girlfriend's worth, over $1 billion or whatever.
At this point, you just start taking shits on head too.
I'm not even mad.
So do you think if that happens and they break up, Taylor will write a song about it?
Oh,
what do you think that'll be called? Scrub It Off. Is it Scrub It Off? Is that what that's the name of it?
After the Super Bowl.
It's going to be called Scrub It Off.
I'm waiting for the breakup song after the Super Bowl.
Bad Blood.
Scrub It Off.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Got too much DNA. Yeah, I don't know.
This is crazy, man.
Oh, now she's upset because we're talking about Travis Kelce.
Kelsey.
But she asked me to send her a
on.
link. I sent her a link. She ain't came in yet.
Oh,
She said send me a link. I sent the link. She ain't came in yet.
Yeah, that's.
I'm legally blind.
I want to be fair to everyone and every fan. So
Hey, we should try to get Gene Steratore on here too. That'd be great.
Hey, let's do it.
That'd be great.
Please.
Good God.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Bring the show to a halt with Gene Steratore. Guys, it seems like you're talking about football. Thanks, Gene. Thanks, Gene. Yeah, you're a genius. You're a genius, Gene.
We need your color commentary.
God, that guy.
I like Gene, man.
I can't. I just laugh every time I hear him because I'm like, he has no insight. It's like, Gene, that looks like it was a fumble. Yeah, to me, that looks like a fumble. Thanks, Gene. Thanks, Gene. Good God, that guy.
And then they cut off him in the box.
Yeah,
the black box with the TV. Like, come on, we know. We know, Gene. You're not watching the game.
No, he's not watching it. He's watching Greg Olson porn. That's what he's watching, right? That's what he's watching. He's not watching the game at all. He's watching Greg Olson. I'm never getting invited back, am I, David? No, this is it.
Oh no, you coming back?
No, this is what you guys get when you get me on the show. These are the episodes where like Doc just looks at me sometimes and just shakes his head. He's like, "Dude, what the hell is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Hey, this is the interaction that we need. Trust me, we're loving this. Okay.
You guys really tore me up with this Tom Brady shit, though. Like you really did. Like this is like I'm hurt now. I'm hurt.
Nice job, Damon.
You right? You say you hurt?
Hey, yeah, we might all be right behind freaking what's his name, Olsen, and the unemployment line after today's podcast. To be honest,
right?
All of us canceled. Done.
I just can't imagine Tom Brady being successful at that job. I think we all think he's going to be because he was a quarterback or whatever, but he's not likable. I mean, you guys have seen press conferences with him, right? He's not right. He's not likable. Like, is he pretty? Of course, he's a pretty guy, right? He's a pretty boy. He sure is, right? He dates models and like knocks up models and like leaves them and whatever else he does. But like, but like, he's not likable. Like John, here's an example. John Madden, right? You just love John Madden immediately. Yeah. The second you see the guy, right? You're like, oh, this guy. And then you're like, oh God, he knows football too. This is great. I'll take him rambling and whatever he's doing and drawing all over the screen and all this crap because we just love John Madden. But and Greg Olson is like grown on me in a couple of years, right? He knows football. But can you really envision a situation that Tom Brady is going to be likable enough to get ratings? I mean, really? I mean, I'm asking that. Like, I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but like, he just doesn't seem like a likable guy. You know,
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, go ahead.
If there is one guy that could pull it off, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's Tom freaking Brady.
You think so?
I'm sorry, man.
I'm just saying, do you think he's likable though? Like, I mean, to a national audience, because if he takes over for Greg Olson, he's on the A team for Fox, right? So they're going to have the biggest game every week,
right?
I mean, just imagine him again. You're an Eagles fan, right? Imagine an Eagles Cowboys game, right? Because I know you hate the Cowboys, and God bless you for that.
Oh,
but like Eagles Cowboys game, and you're tuning in, and you got to listen to that jackass for 3.5 hours. I mean, really, Tom Brady?
It'll be interesting.
That's a word. Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
Tom Brady's first game
next season, aren't we? We're definitely gonna find out next season.
Yeah, I just think Brady's just. It'll be interesting to see because one of the best things he has is his disposal as a player was how well he was at preparation. And I think when him and Kevin are able to pair up and able to build that chemistry over time, I think they're going to do great.
I mean, here's what I'll say. I mean, from an analytical standpoint, I think you're 100% right. I mean, like he knows football. I mean, there's no doubt there. Even though he's a jackass, he knows football, right? You know, there's no doubt there. Like I have no doubt there. But it's like, dude, he's just not a likable. I don't know.
Now, is he going to be making jokes during the games? Like,
I hope not.
Wait a minute.
Probably not.
You think Tom Brady has a joke in him?
Probably not. But could he be one of those guys to be like Tony Romo, to where it's like, you know, if there's a silly moment that happens on the field, oh, okay, let's highlight that a little bit. Of course.
You know why we all like Tony
Romo
Romo
for that.
Right. That's a great statement. That is a great statement. But do you know why we like Tony Romo though? Because he's kind of a goofy dude.
Yeah.
Right. He's smart and he knows football. There's no doubt there, right? Like he'll forget more than I'll ever know. And so, but we like him because he's kind of goofy. Tom Brady just seems like, you know, like if you accidentally like laid out a piece of bread, you know, and you forgot about it for like a year.
A year?
And you went back and looked at it and you're like, oh, there's a piece of bread that I forgot for a year. That just kind of like his personality. Like I don't see a lot of personality out of him. I would honestly, I'd rather see Taylor Swift than Tom Brady. And she didn't know anything about football.
If he tanks, does Robert Kraft go out and hire him?
Come on.
For like head coach, you mean, or like for offensive coordinator? Or yeah, I mean,
head coach.
It would not surprise me to see him back at the Patriots. It really wouldn't, because I mean, like, because that's the mistake we all make, right? Is let's all pretend we're owners. And that's the mistake we make. We have like a franchise quarterback or a player, it doesn't matter what it is, and we just assume that they'll make a good general manager or coach. And you know, and sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, that wouldn't surprise me actually. I don't know about a coach per se. I don't think Tom Brady would come back and be a coach. I think
Jeff Saturday set that precedent.
Oh God, Jeff Saturday. Good Lord. Yeah, that was terrible. But I mean, like, I just think Tom Brady has, and again, I don't know Tom Brady. Let me just say that, because it seems like I know him, but I don't. I feel like he's got a little too much ego, like to just be a coach. I think a general manager, I think he might want to do that, because I think he thinks he could probably do that.
Front office.
Yeah, I think front office kind of guy, and I think there's guys that are like that. I mean, John Lynch is a good example. I never thought John Lynch would be a good general manager.
Me neither.
He got to the Niners, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's actually really good. So I mean, I had no faith in him whatsoever. So some of these guys have a business mind, and maybe Tom Brady does. I don't know.
Elway.
Yeah, Elway's a good example too, right? And you know. And I think that's happened a couple times, you know. And then you have, oh God, what's his name, that played for the Niners for a little while, and then went to the Lions. It was like the GM there. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Aaron Lynch. I mean,
No, Matt.
Not Matt LaFleur, was it?
No. He went to the. Why can't I think of this guy?
He went to the front office.
Yeah, he was like a GM for the Lions. Matt Millen. And he was flipping terrible, right? I mean, here's a guy who was a great linebacker for the Niners, and like he played for somebody else. He may have even played for Denver. You guys have to tell me, but I know he played for the Niners. But yeah, he went there because he was a commentator, right? Like he stayed away from the porn industry, right? And like was a commentator, and then went to the Detroit Lions as like a GM, and he was awful. Like he was terrible. And again, that's a low bar, right? Going to Detroit, like they won't fire you. They just won't. Like you got to be really terrible. And so like he went there, and they finally fired. Yeah. So I mean, like. You know, so I think it works. And maybe Tom Brady would be good at that. I don't know, but he just doesn't seem like a very personable person to me. That's just my
Don't be
take on
messing
it.
up my part-time job. Did I tell you I used to model too?
Oh, wait. Before we get to that,
In
TJ.
1982, I was a model. I'm going to brush up on that.
Oh, you were a model?
Yeah, I got my certificate.
Oh my God, I gotta turn off the mute button again.
Wait, a certificate? You get a certificate? What's the certificate you got? No. What's the certificate you get for modeling?
Yeah, I used to do modeling and acting before I had Vaughn.
Oh,
I used to do. So Tom Brady, you think I need to brush up?
well,
oh my God.
I mean,
Dave, don't even feed into it.
I'm serious.
Wait. Hey, I gotta give equal playing time here. Let's see. Kelsey.
Hey, go Chiefs.
Oh, there she is. Hey, TJ.
There you go.
Oh, Lord.
Chiefs.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Yeah, call Jesus.
Here we
Give
go.
everybody equal playing time. We've been on the air for over 3 hours, so I'm
Y'all been on
giving
the air
everybody a
bashing
shot.
the Chiefs with no
I've been
Chiefs
holding
here.
it down.
Y'all kidding me?
That's
Really?
right. Yeah,
That's
I've been
what y'all
holding it down,
do?
girlfriend.
Y'all ain't right for that. Y'all ain't right for that.
Nope.
I want to
no.
know.
TJ.
I want to know, Kelsey. I want to know your prediction for the final score. That's what I want to know.
I don't have a prediction for the final score. Let me tell you something.
Tell me
What
something.
I have is,
Yeah.
I do not, and I will not discount the Chiefs. Every time they have went in there and they have whooped some ass. I'm sorry for what they did to the Ravens. The Ravens, I actually picked to win. I ain't gonna lie, because I was like, they've been doing their thing. So it was a shock when they didn't.
Me too.
I won't
was
count
shocked
them
too.
out again.
They
I
didn't
promise
beat
you, I
the
won't
Ravens.
count it
The
out
Ravens
again.
beat the
Okay,
Ravens.
well, hey, whatever.
That's
You
more
can-
accurate.
The
you
whole
call a
year.
spade
The whole
a
They
year, the
didn't beat
club
the
Ravens beat the
if you
Ravens. The
want.
Ravens beat the Ravens.
You can call
whole
a
year.
spade a club if you want. You can call it an upside down heart. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But the Chiefs did indeed beat the Ravens. They
That's
did
true.
that.
No,
So
That is
the
accurate.
Ravens beat
It
the
is what it
Ravens.
is.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
won.
Okay.
They won on technicalities,
All
or the
right.
Ravens didn't play their
Uh-huh.
game.
Yep. And the refs went home and put on dresses. Who cares? Y'all
Yeah,
lost.
they sure did. It was
Take the
Kansas City
lose.
colors too. 'Cause they
Gene's
was definitely in
territory.
your pocket.
It was Gene's territory. That's what it was.
It was Gene's territory.
It is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you what. You keep that same energy after the Super Bowl when you wearing your Chiefs jersey, boo. You do that, okay?
Listen. Game ain't
Yeah.
over yet.
I
Game
know,
ain't started.
Mister.
I'm just saying.
Mister. I honor all
May
my
the
bets.
best
Wear your
team
Chiefs.
win.
Wear your
And
Chiefs jersey.
on Monday, me and TJ are going to be
You
here
don't wanna-
after the Super
You don't want to
Bowl
talk about
for
that.
the winners and the losers of the game.
Mhm.
And we're going, you know what I'm going to talk
Okay.
about mostly? Usher.
Okay, play it safe. You trying to play it safe.
Do you know they said they're betting on Usher?
They're
Like,
betting on him too?
There's
Yeah.
like,
So
yeah,
wait a minute,
they
they
said
betting on
To
Taylor
what?
Swift. Now they betting on Usher too?
To show up high or something, or not show up at all, or like what
they're
are they
like,
betting on?
what song is he gonna play first?
Oh,
Who's
No.
he gonna bring out for?
He just
Like, is it
released
over
a
under
whole
on it?
nother album, so he getting ready to do his thing. I wish I was there. I love me some. Usher.
Listen, hey Kelsey, I know you're a Kelsey fan and a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Go
but, like,
Chiefs!
I know you
okay,
are.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But I just want to tell you, I have a 19-year-old and a 12-year-old that would really love for the 49ers to win. So are you really gonna pull? Are you really gonna pull against my 19-year-old? Well, he's an adult. He can take care of himself.
I have
But
a
my 12-year-old
that don't care. I have a 6-year-old that don't care. How about that?
Well, then they're probably a Niners fan. But are you really going to pull for the Chiefs and break my 12-year-old son's heart? That's what I want to know.
Listen, I'm not going against the Chiefs for a 12-year-old or a 2-year-old, but my heart goes out to your 12-year-old. Okay.
What about me? I'm old. My heart might not make it through this game.
And I'll send you a heart murmur. I'll send you a heart murmur. I'll send the 12-year-old some cookies.
I'm 47. I don't know how many years I got left. Apparently, my heart's not in good shape. My watch is telling me so. So, like, I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is,
I have a match for you.
I will send you some flowers or whatever you need to get you by, so you don't go into your dark retreat. I will send whatever you need.
If they lose, I might need about a gallon of whiskey. I don't know.
You know what?
How much is enough to make you pass out for a week? Is a gallon enough to pass out for a week? I don't drink. I don't know. But is a gallon enough to pass out for a week? So that would be. It seems like enough.
I
don't know how much you
get. Do the math right, you may not make it out at all.
Wow. Wow.
Hey,
Monday might be my last day.
Wait.
Okay.
I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. Hey,
right.
Gene, give us a play-by-play of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it looks like he's drinking a lot of whiskey. That's probably going to come back to bite him. Thanks, Gene.
I don't think he's going to
Yeah,
make
you're
it.
a genius, Gene.
Thanks, Gene.
I can't.
God.
Wow.
I'm glad my son had CPR lessons.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I don't
god.
think the CPR lessons are gonna help, man.
Oh wow.
Might be DOA action. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Listen,
Might be
ain't no
DOA.
coming
a
back from that
gallon
one.
of whiskey, y'all. Come on, let's be real.
Listen, I'll be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and I won't sit down the whole day. I'll be pacing the floor.
We're waiting for the
pretty-
game.
It goes pretty deep, guys. I'm just saying. I mean,
We're not gonna be
I
that
promise
anxious.
I'll be
We're
checking on you.
not.
I'll be checking
We're
on you,
not gonna
Dave.
be
promise.
I appreciate
I'll
it,
be
man.
checking on
Listen, I appreciate it. I've got several people that are like, yeah, we need to check in on Dave because
you.
he
Right.
might not make it.
Matter of
Oh
fact,
God.
text me Doc's number too, so I can give him a welfare check. I'm saying, go check on Dave.
I will. Yeah. We after our podcast that Andrew recorded today, he was like, man, hey, I'll be calling you tomorrow. He's like, you don't want to answer, but like, I'm going to be checking on you. I'm like, okay. Because I'll be in shambles tomorrow. And particularly when we get to about like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm in shambles at that point. So,
Hey, Dave, are you gonna need a Pyrewick system?
What's that?
Are you gonna need a Pyrewick system?
What's that? I don't know what that is.
It's a Pyrewick. It's what a little piece they slip inside your underwear so you can pee inside the little pamper.
Oh, that'd be
my
cool.
God.
Hey, listen, I'm good with that.
My.
Hey, girlfriend.
Oh, my.
Hey, girlfriend.
I'm good with that.
We got to get him one of those.
I'm good with that.
My.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, there's been several football seasons where I thought, if I just wore a diaper, that would save a lot of time.
Speaking
I mean,
you
really.
shall receive.
Right? I mean, I think it would save a lot of time.
Right.
Let's go to Gene Steratore and see what he thinks about that.
Send it on.
Gene Steratore says, yes, it looks like he's peeing and something else. Back to you. Thanks, Gene.
Yeah, back to you.
You're a genius. God. No, that would be great. I've made that joke several times. I'm like, if I just wore a diaper, I wouldn't even have to get up.
That's what I'm talking about.
How much do you think those adult diapers hold? I mean, like, what's like the weight limit on those things? This seems
a whole lot.
A whole lot.
A whole lot.
I love it. It just says it on the side of the box. It just says a whole lot.
Hey, Dave, TMI. When I take it off, it's down to my knees.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. All right.
Hey, literally.
I mean,
DJ waving the white flag again.
I'm putting the mute button back on. I'm putting the mute button back on.
Down to your knees? Oh my God.
Stop beating into the bull.
I'm just saying. I mean, like, it seems like that would weigh you down, though, right? Like, because I'm going to be pacing the floor. I mean, that seems like a lot of weight. I don't know. I'm not against it. Listen, I'm just talking through it. I'm not against it.
At least you'll get your steps in.
Oh, I will definitely get my steps in. And I'm sure that my watch will tell me once again that, like, it looks like you're getting ready to die, sir. Like, hey,
my God.
hey, I'm just letting you know. It looks like you're ready to die. But I take it a little too personal, I think, because I'm a diehard Niners fan.
You're a diehard fan.
I am. So I'm yelling at the TV. I'm like telling them what to do. I'm like standing there going like this, motioning
because
guys.
Our teams stress us out. The Chiefs be stressing me out too. They stress me out.
The Chiefs shouldn't be stressing anybody out, though. Like, I mean, they just win.
Listen, Dave,
they just win.
Listen. When Butterfinger Bob couldn't get it together, he stressed me out. Okay. I'm not even getting ready to pretend like he was catching balls. I mean, he
no,
catching balls now. He been doing his thing. I love Butterfinger Bob. But at the beginning, I was like, get him out of there. Somebody take him, snatch him.
No, I get it.
Understand.
I don't know. Years ago, when when the Niners were like in the 80s and early 90s, mid 90s, I never worried about the game, right? I just expected them to win, like always. Even though in 94, TJ, for you, we lost 40-8 to the Philadelphia Eagles. I still remember that game. We won the Super Bowl that year, but we lost to the Eagles 40-8. Steve Young came out of the game, yelled at the coach, and like they turned it around. But I still remember that one. But yeah, this it's just different now. Like here's the thing. Here's what I'll admit this openly to everybody. I'm a spoiled fan, and I know that I am. Right? I mean, I had Montana and then Young. I'm spoiled, completely spoiled. But It's been long enough. It's time to win another Super Bowl. It's been long enough.
Hey, we're gonna find out tomorrow. It's gonna be a winner. It's gonna be a loser.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're gonna find out tomorrow.
It
then
is.
we're gonna find out. Hey, we on the countdown.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that song? The Highway to Hell. Oh, yeah, we on the way, baby.
Why it gotta be Highway to Hell? I don't understand that.
Because it's gonna be some hell in Vegas tomorrow.
It will.
It is.
How many arrests do you think there will be in Vegas tomorrow? How many people get arrested in Vegas tomorrow?
Oh man, shoot. How about before tomorrow? How about tonight?
No, yeah, right. Yeah.
No way.
How about the week leading up to it?
I mean, I don't know what the analytics are. I don't know how many people normally get arrested in Vegas on a Saturday night, but like just the Super Bowl's in town. There's there's tons of people there. I mean, they were talking about like how many people, I forget how many the stadium holds, but like it was like 4 times that amount that were like funneling into Vegas. So it's like way more than normal in Vegas. So
that's exactly why I didn't want to be on nobody's flights this week.
Yeah, right.
Especially going to Vegas.
I mean, you just mix alcohol, prostitution, and a bunch of people. I'm just saying something bad's gonna happen.
Something bad's gonna happen. Yeah.
Greg Olson will go to jail. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding, Greg. I'm just kidding, Greg. He's probably not there. I don't know. Gene's territory. Maybe Gene's territory.
Yeah, Gene's there.
Yeah, Dave, they caught me. I was soliciting a prostitute. They caught me giving her the money. And now I'm going to jail. Thanks, Gene. All right, good deal.
Do not tell anybody else.
48 hours.
What in the Vince McMahon is going on here? What is this?
I cannot.
What is this?
Good old Vince McMahon.
What in the Vince McMahon is going on right now? Oh,
hey, Cleveland Steamer. That's all you have to say. Cleveland Steamer. When we refer to Vince as Cleveland Steamer.
When I hear Vince McMahon, I just think about him when he used to talk about Yokozuna. That's all I can think about. Yokozuna. Right. It's like that's what he did to that girl, right? He performed a Yokozuna.
He put Yokozuna on it, right? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. 3 hours and 30 minutes, everyone.
Oh wow. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can't believe you haven't kicked me out of this thing yet. Like I don't even understand.
Not at all. We're gonna keep you in here. We'll keep you in here. But I am gonna wind this show down. May the best team win. Dave and Kelsey's gonna have final words for each other. Kelsey, I'll start with you first. Go ahead, say what you need to say, and I'm going to let Dave follow up. Go ahead.
You know, the only thing that I have to say is may the best team win. I'll say this. I know the Chiefs have shown up, and I've seen the Chiefs not show up. But I'm going to tell you something. Those guys show up when it's important to show up. So I don't discount them, and I'm not getting ready to count them out. In fact, I know they're going to do their thing tomorrow. So, hey, whatever you need me to send you, Dave, I'll send you some Depends, some napkins.
Some
I'll send you some
napkins.
Tylenol. Whatever you need, a catheter. I don't know how to get one of those, but I'll figure it out because, that's what I do. I'm resourceful, Dave. I'm very resourceful.
If you're sending me
I got
Depends,
you.
we probably should go with paper towels, not napkins, right? I'm just saying. Come on.
Well,
I mean, let's be honest here.
Depends, hold stuff and napkin paper. I mean, the wipes, they wet, they moist, so so they can get all the extracurricular activities off.
Oh my God!
And so anyway, I just want to say go Chiefs. That's it. I know Kelsey getting ready to show up, Mahomes, and the one person I personally counted out, Butterfinger Bob. What? Pacheco? Listen, y'all can't do nothing with Pacheco, so it is what it is. But yeah, that's all I got. You can look at numbers, you can look at stats, you can look at whatever reports you need to look at. But they had those stats, numbers, and reports when they won the last time and the time before that. It is what it is. Hey, let's get it.
All right, Dave, it's on to you.
All right. First of all, Kelsey, I wish I was as nice as you. I don't want the best team to win. I want the Chiefs to look miserable. I want it to be a terrible game. I want the Niners just to absolutely destroy them. I want it so bad that Taylor Swift breaks up with Travis Kelce at the end of the game. I want it that bad.
Oh my God!
I want her to look at him and say, "You know what? You're not really much of a man. Brock Purdy is a much better man than you. I'm going to go chase after him, even though he's engaged." No, you know what?
Cowboy Boot Brock.
So I need the Chiefs to just shake it off. No, what I think is I think it's really two good teams, and I think that
agree.
I thought for the whole year that the best two teams in football were the Ravens and the Niners. And that's less about being a 49ers fan and just being logical. These are the two best teams. The Niners have had two really tough games back to back. Their defense hasn't looked great, and their defense hasn't looked great for about the last 6 weeks or so. But we're winning games, and we got here. So you don't get here by accident, unless you're Tom Brady. So the Chiefs. The Chiefs, here's what I will say. When I was watching the Ravens and Chiefs game, I was torn because it's hard for me to pull for the Ravens because they beat the Niners in Super Bowl 47. And you go on that other list that we talked about when you beat the Niners. But looking at the Chiefs, I felt like the Niners matched up better with the Chiefs than they do the Ravens. So I felt like, okay, if the Chiefs win this game, we match up better. Doesn't mean we're going to win, but we match up better. I think it's two great offensive play callers. I think two of the best offensive play callers in football with Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan. Two defenses that are pretty equal too. The way they play defense, so that's going to be interesting. For me, it's been, again, January 29th at 1995 at about 9:45 p.m. was when that game went final and the 49ers won Super Bowl 29. It's been a minute. So I need this for my own sanity. I don't want to start using Depends. I will if I have to. It's fine. I'm not embarrassed about it. I will. I might be wearing them right now. You don't know. I might be wearing them right now. I think it would save some time for me, but I think it might be a good time thing. The napkins, I don't know. It feels like paper towels, or wet ones, maybe be better. But we do have a 3-year-old, so we've got all those kind of wipes. And
Why
stuff
are you like this? That's all I got.
Well, I don't know. You can, I don't know why I'm like this. You have to ask my therapist. But yeah. So what I think is, I do think it's going to be a good game. I actually feel like it's going to be a low scoring game. I really do, which drives me nuts. Because I almost would rather one team just blow the other team out, just so I could just, move on with my life one way or the other.
Not going to happen, but okay.
I don't think so either. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I really do. The prediction that I gave this morning on our podcast was 31-28 because I just felt like it's a field goal game, but I could also see this being way closer than 20-17. I think it's going to be tight in the fourth quarter. And again, I'm a Niners fan, so I'm pulling for the Niners, and sorry Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift after the game will still be a billionaire, but
Mhm.
the Niners need to win one more so we can put Lombardi number 6 on the shelf. So
Well,
the depends and the napkins, as you said, are ready.
Mhm.
I'll have them ready to go. So
okay.
All right, Vaughn, go ahead. Final thoughts.
I don't have the final score, but I'll give you my halftime report. 13-17 or 13-7 Chiefs at the half.
13-7
Second
Chiefs.
half is going
Nice.
13-7 Chiefs at the half. And I think second half of the game is when everybody's going to get settled in. It's going to be a dogfight second half. I think it's going to be a defensive game. It's going to be low scoring. It's going to come down to the running game and the best defensive front is where it's going to come down to. But I don't have a final score.
That.
I don't have a winner.
I could see that. I can see that.
It's
Really,
going to be a good defensive game.
You don't have a final score? I need you to have a final score, and I need it to be in favor of the 49ers. That's what I need.
I'm not doing this with you, Dave.
I don't
Everybody
know.
get their own final thought, Dave. Everybody, okay? Oh, my God.
Can I give my final thought?
Madonna wants to give hers. You got to give hers.
Of course. I mean, it's Madonna. Absolutely. Material Girl. Go ahead.
He's going to need his depends because I just pulled out.
Final score of the game. We don't want to hear. She's going on mute because she's not even. She's going on mute.
I'm concerned that everybody's like just going ahead and giving me depends. Like I feel like there's something everybody else knows that I don't. Like I'm a little nervous about this. I mean,
the HIPAA law Doc is not in effect. We know
Doc, who's on our podcast, he's actually a real doctor and he's my doctor. So I need to talk to him and say, dude, do you know something that I don't know? Like, is something wrong?
Doc has violated the HIPAA law.
Yes, it's on a billboard. It's probably on a billboard in town. Like Dave wears depends. Oh Lord.
Wow.
Dependable Dave.
Yeah, right.
All right, TJ, come on.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a great game. I said at halftime it'll be 14-10 Kansas City. I just think that the key factor of this game is time possession between both teams and who really dictates the flow of the game. Because if San Francisco is able to keep Mahomes off the field long enough, you don't have to worry about him doing getting creative on offense and kind of showing that it doesn't really matter what 49ers do. It's still going to be Mahomes because that's just what Mahomes-led offense is about. So it's very important. It's very imperative that the 49ers are able to establish that and continue to establish that throughout the entire game if they want to win. But for Kansas City, I swear, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I'm still traumatized. It's a New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs thing. I'm still traumatized, man. I'll never, ever, ever feel the need to count them out, especially when they're going up against a defense that has allowed 130 yards rushing in back-to-back games. A team that is very fundamentally sound and very great situationally in Kansas City. And so when you look at all these different factors, this game could definitely go either way. Me and Damon gonna be making our final scores tomorrow, but it's gonna be close. For me, it will be close, and it will be interesting to see who wins time possession, because whoever wins time possession will dictate how this game will go. And by the way, caveat is, I know everybody's saying rush Mahomes, especially with their guard being out for this game. Go ahead and rush Mahomes if you want to. You will mess around and have a defensive holding or a pass interference or a roughing the passer or things of that nature. It doesn't get much fundamentally sound in the Kansas City Chiefs right now. And so it'll be interesting to see how that goes over the course of the game. But if Pacheco gets going, if Kelsey gets going, which both of these things are prone to be the case, the Chiefs, could easily take this game and run with it. But I do think that if this game is dominated with time possession, on San Francisco's side, Christian McCaffrey dominates throughout the entire way. The last 2 games, he's had over 125 yards from the scrimmage. So if he can even replicate that to a percentage, even if it's 100 yards both ways, the 49ers win this game. So it really does depend on who has time possession and how the flow of the game will go, because both teams could win whether it's close or in a blowout. And that's kind of the greatness of this game, is that these teams are both capable of going in a shootout if they want to, or they can make it nice and close if they want to. So it's really going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun, for sure.
No. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Now, me, like I said at the beginning, I already told you 24-7. I said 49ers is probably going to start off fast. I said it's probably going to be something like what Green Bay did, because they got something to prove right now. Those last 2 games between Green Bay and Detroit, they struggled. So they're going to want to put something up really, really fast. And the goal is CMC. They have to start with him. Mm-hmm. I don't think you get into a shootout with Mahomes. You will lose that battle if you try to get into a shootout with Mahomes. No. Shanahan really needs to sit down and look, I don't need to dump this ball off. Let's do this. You got Debo. You got Kittle. You got CMC. You got people around you that will make plays. So you have to make those plays, and you have to start off fast, especially going against Kansas City. So if San Francisco gets that ball first, take it, run down that field, score a touchdown, get that momentum started early, and then just keep pounding the ball. But if they try to out-duel Mahomes, San Francisco is not going to win that game, because Purdy's not a dueler. He just needs to, hey, I see it. Let me get rid of it. I see it. Hey, take the ball. They have to start off fast against Kansas City and keep them down. And I agree with your points of time possession. Yeah, you have to keep Mahomes off the field. You have to. If you keep any great quarterback off the field, they're not going to win the game. Any great quarterback. Whoever dominates and keeps that ball and keeps that other offense on there and keep them cold, that's going to be your winner of the game. But 49ers have to start off fast. That's my thinking. So whoever gets the ball first, I don't think they need to defer it. I think they need to take the ball and set a statement and set a tone, whether it be Kansas City or whether it be the 49ers. They don't need to defer it. They need to say, hey, we're going to take the ball first and go make a statement. That way that momentum keeps going. But again, the key issues is that, again, they have Pacheco, Kansas City, and you have CMC on the other side. Somebody better run the damn ball. Plain and simple. If they go against a run, someone's going to lose that game. And it just depends on who's not going to run the ball more. I think Shanahan has learned from his lessons from that Super Bowl with Atlanta. And he probably is just say, hey, I'm going to run this ball. Especially if we jump out to a lead. We're going to go down and we're going to wear you out. And we're going to keep wearing you out. And we're just going to keep beat you into submission. Both teams have to do that. It's just which team is going to do it. But again, the whole Jordan era, remember Jordan in Detroit? He's not going to beat us. Someone else is going to beat us. You got to contain him. So that's my final thought until I give my final prediction of
Nice.
So
very well done, sir.
I'm gonna go get my Depends. I'm gonna go get them tonight.
Anyone in 3 hours and 38 minutes that was listening to us, thank you.
DoorDash it.
A long time.
DoorDash it. Yeah. Is that one of those things where you go to like Walmart and you're buying something and you're like, I need to buy something else, so this is not the only thing that I'm buying. Like, I don't want to be embarrassed. Right? It's like, here's some grape juice, a couple cans of Campbell's chunky soup, and some Depends. right. Seems like that goes together.
So, but oh my God, this is the longest show we've ever done.
Oh wow, this is awesome.
This is the longest. Awesome. I don't go past 2 hours. we pushing 340.
Wow, how about this?
The longest we've ever done, and I appreciate everyone that's came in, that's comment, because again, this is y'all day tomorrow. This is y'all day. It's just who's going to be happy at the end and who's going to be sad. Right. That's all. Now, regardless, make sure someone answers the phone. No matter if you win or lose, somebody answers the phone because I'm going to be texting either way. I'm like, hey, you all right? You need me to send a medic over there for you? I get the troll.
I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to be okay, no matter what. Even if the Niners are winning by 30 points, I'm not going to be okay. So
oh my gosh!
Until the final zeros.
Until I see the final, and then even then, I don't know. So I'll be in shambles. But Super Bowl is always a big weekend for me, anyways. I'm a big football fan, so.
Right.
I always enjoy the Super Bowl every year, and generally I will not pull for the Chiefs if they're in the Super Bowl. But this year no different, obviously. But I always love a good Super Bowl, and I love a good game. It's just I'm hoping for not a good game this time. I hope it's an absolute domination from the 49ers, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a tight game, two really good teams, but I'll do my best to stay out of the hospital tomorrow. I can't promise.
Oh, Lord.
We'll see.
Oh my God!
I'll take an aspirin in the morning. That should fix it, right? That should fix it.
Hopefully.
Thank you, everyone. Hey, Gabe, man, we're gonna sign off. But Monday we'll be back for the Super Bowl aftermath. Super Bowl aftermath.
Live from the hospital bed.
Hey, at least I don't have to worry about having a heart attack. I'm good.
Live from the ER coming at you.
I can't.
All right. See y'all later, everyone.
All right.